kind of.
Spy on it.
Yeah, she gets the worst thing. Only girls put weights in the middle of the
Parasites.
I mean, literally.
Yeah. A literal parasite.
When Adam sits down, we will get started.
Wow. Okay.
Alright, well, what are we going to do then?
I rolled 2 6s and then 2 13s.
Can I take? Yeah, this is Kevin's wing. Kevin can play.
Are these community Doritos or are they?
Go for it, yeah.
Thanks.
Take it a read.
Did you say, are they Canadian Doritos?
Community.
Oh. Same thing.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've drank and straight whiskey.
Woo! Normally cut it with something?
I normally don't drink whiskey.
Okay, so
I'm only a mixed drink gin guy.
Gin is a great liquor mixer.
Gin and tonics are like, oh shit.
Low-cal? Gin is the
Take
best.
it.
Is it any more low-cal than the rest of the liquors out there?
Oh, just like in
just in time to
comparison
play.
to a rum and coke.
Oh, yeah. Rum and Diet Coke.
Fair.
That's what my friend does.
One day I'll
He's on
eventually
keto as
print
well,
out
so
my
he always
character
does that.
sheet. Until then.
hey, that's why we live in the future, so you can use technology like this.
Okay.
Yeah, this is, I can put a password in.
Alright.
How is everybody?
Yes.
Good. Happy to be here.
Half of us are testing gravity, the other half we're about to get
Oh,
rash.
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out where I am.
Rash.
Well, one, Kevin was okay. He was already standing.
Yeah, okay, so it's Millie that's about to get
Yeah, Millie is airborne in a different manner than everyone else.
She's high.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
Because basically we head-on collision. Millie was on top of the carriage, so she's been launched forward. Everyone else tumbled over to the side,
Sure. And the carriage is where?
falling through the air right now.
Yeah.
Off
Where was a carriage in the air?
It was
Like,
all
we basically started
Okay,
right
gotcha.
as it
Do you
fell.
want to do the
tell
recap?
us.
Do you want
Sure.
to?
The read.
How about you recap since he was last here?
I mean, good luck.
Fuck. Okay.
You can give me quick bullet
So
points if you
recap.
want.
Since you were last there, we were falling off the airship. We survived the landing. Most of the crew died. Millie saved a handful and then claimed ownership of them because she saved their lives.
Congratulations.
So those were Millie's misfits. They did not end well. Then we wandered to some ruins where the dragon Teoman and her minions were hiding, where they've been launching their air raids from. We managed to successfully sneak into the ruins and get pretty far in before our presence was ever discovered by the dragons.
Surprising me.
Yeah, to David's chagrin, we basically, Millie put up an illusion in the front in a tunnel, allowing us to dig through a partially collapsed tunnel to bypass it so that the dragon never noticed that we were there.
Nice.
Yeah, if dragon's stupid, they're not stupid for long though.
Yeah, well, and that was mostly they rolled like shit
Yeah.
to see the illusion. So when we were discovered, it was after the illusion dropped and they saw that some rubble had been shifted. Most of the dragons left Teoman's chamber, allowing us to sneak into Teoman's chamber, where a fight ensued. Millie got downed by Teoman's lair blast effect, and I think Omega also got down from that same attack.
Breath attack, I think, is what got.
Yeah, it was like a laser breath attack kind of thing.
It was,
a radiant
it was
breath
an
attack.
area wide.
Yeah.
If it was gonna bring me down, it better be a laser.
Yeah. So it wasn't fire. But
It was like filled the area.
yeah, like the whole arena. That took both of our characters down, but we ultimately succeeded in killing Teoman. Then a much larger dragon who was allied with Ishgard named Nidhogg picked us up because it's friendly. Like the dragons we were fighting were kind of like the rogue element of dragons. So Nidhogg picked us up with because he's buddies with Estinian, took us back to Ishgard. After that, we kind of chillaxed for a bit. Some people did some research around town, built some things. Millie and Deus got new guns that they built. Then we had a giant house party that was basically Sid's, hey, fuck the rest of you nobles, I'm going to be a different kind of noble party. So all of the house staff were invited, which was like, oh, great heavens, the house staff.
And their family.
And their families.
Who served the food though?
The house staff came, it was like the part two, like the after party, kind of.
They brought everything and then they just ripped off their clothes.
You missed the part where one of the nobles decided to insult them.
there.
Go ahead. Because the staff came after.
Yeah, but it was the invitation was forthcoming either way. Is what I was getting at. So during the party, we basically have everyone mingling around, all the noble, pretty much every major house showed up. A big how do you do, or whatever they call that. Then one noble showed up fashionably late, and basically had a flood of street urchins run into the house to raid all the food, and that's some big insult in Elzen racist society. So from
the
there,
insult is letting the downtrodden into a noble's house to ransack it.
Yeah.
That's the insult.
No, I mean that makes sense, but it's a very bullshit type of situation. So Sid took that in stride and basically said, "Hey, yeah, I'm going to build on that and invite the rest of the downtrodden into my house, anyways, because fuck all y'all." Nice. And so about a third of the nobles left at that point in response
around
to
there.
Yeah. But a lot of them stayed, especially the houses that we were already friendly with, like House Fortomp and what was the other house? Durandare. He was the jovial guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, House Durandare. So they notably being other two main houses, they stayed. Everyone had a grand old time. Sid made a point to dance with Sherbin in front of everyone, so it's an Elzen with an Alra, just as a further, because there's a racist disfavor of Alra by the Elzen.
Got it. She's a lizard person.
Yeah. Then that was our most major thing we did in Ishgard during our downtime. Then there was some other wrapping up stuff. Because the airships were cleared, we now had permission to use the airships. They gave us a diplomat's pass, essentially, to use the airships whenever we wanted, and it also is a front of the line pass.
That's right.
So after some downtime activities, we then set forth to go to... Originally, our plan was to go to Gridania, to go to the Far East to get the eggs for Sherbin's Gleaner's missions. But someone had a Minfilia ward had gifted to the house a little crystal doodad that stuck itself to the ground. Yeah, miniature aetherite, those little teleportation crystals, a mini one. Right. And every night that we stayed in that house, since the crystal was delivered, everyone had the same dream about a giant crystal speaking about seeing things and doing things and looking to the light.
Hear, feel, think. That's
things like that. And so we then decided, okay, well now we need to figure out who the fuck this Minfilia is. Put dreams in everybody's head. Mm-hmm. So we asked around town, found out that she's in a place, or was last seen in a place called Horizon, which is near Ul'dah. So we decided, okay, we'll make a detour to Ul'dah, Horizon, then Gridania, and then also at the same time in Ul'dah is the casino, the Gold Saucer. So last session, we went to the Gold Saucer to have a party, and then in the night, and then in the morning, we were going to take a carriage to Horizon.
Right.
We stayed later than anticipated at the casino because it was happy fun times. People won some prizes and things. And so our plan was, okay, instead of getting chocobo back ride, we would get a carriage so people could sleep. Then en route, we were on basically a narrow bridge. It's more or less a one-way bridge in terms of the size.
A one-lane bridge.
One-lane bridge. Yeah, one-lane bridge. But we're all in the carriage. Kevin was teaching the young, teenage carriage driver sex ed, which was mortifying.
Millie was taking notes.
Millie was taking notes because Sid specifically said he did not teach sex ed in Cliffside. So, Millie being,
you gotta learn something.
Millie being also 18, wouldn't have known any of that. So about a quarter of the way onto the bridge, an arrow shoots past the carriage, and then a second arrow collides into the carriage between Kevin and the driver. The driver sees the arrow, bails at that point over the edge of the bridge, which is over a canyon over a large river.
He made a smart choice.
I mean,
Not his first day.
it is up
He
to
said, my chances with that, much better than this arrow.
He just wanted to get away from the
It's up to
conversation.
debate whether or not he jumped because of Kevin or the arrow.
Yeah,
Got it.
could be
Okay.
either.
I was going to say, that arrow missed twice, and he said, still better odds. Falling to my death.
So, after noticing that, then a large,
monster.
kind of ogre-ish looking monster, David can pull up the picture.
I will.
With a rider on top, started charging, and it's a large monster, so it's about the width of the bridge, so there's no way around it. Charging head on.
Should it be a troll? If
The
it's a
Twins
bridge?
pitcher is currently throwing a no-hitter. They only need 3 more outs.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
We'll see if that happens. It's been a long time since we had one. Sorry, continue.
So, on-croaching, head-on collision with that, Millie managed to get a crit on one of those, so with the rider on top. Millie got a crit sneak attack on the rider with
Oh, is it a plant? I can.
She has a
pause what it
special
is.
zombie
I can
ball
talk
that
to
we
it.
made. If you remember from the Dusk Vigil, there was a boss there. When you killed the boss, the Dusk Vigil boss, it died and basically imploded into a small ball of super dense bone. She turned it into a bullet, got a crit, and killed the rider of that creature. But the creature kept going straight because it had nowhere else to go. Kevin attempted to stop it. Sid attempted to stop it. Kevin tried to stab it. Sid tried to ensnare it.
And Kevin did stab it.
Did stab it, but didn't stab it enough. So ultimately, after the rider jumped off, Sherbin hopped on to try to gain control. Did regain control, but not with enough time to actually halt any momentum. So we ended the session right as they collided. They tumbled off to the side. Kevin was already off the carriage because he had done a Dark Knight, kind of teleport
Lunge.
stab move. So
Okay.
he was already on the ground, a little ways down the
No,
bridge.
he was on the Gubu and jumped off the Gubu.
Right, before it had...
Yeah.
Before the collision happened.
I
So-
think the sword is still in
Yeah,
the
the
Gubu.
sword is
Yeah.
Kevin's magical sword is still in the Gubu's head. Kevin is on the ground. Millie on top of the carriage was launched forward because she is above, so she didn't collide with the creature.
Right.
Sherbin, who was on the seat,
Sherbin
ran
was
into its face.
Yeah, but luckily not into its mouth. But they're all tumbled off. So the only ones on the
It
bridge
was like
are
this, barreling down, so the mouth was
Yeah.
far away.
So Kevin is on the bridge with no extra special momentum to consider. Millie is mid-air in a lateral direction. Everyone else is currently falling. Some people are... Sherbin is out of the carriage. Deus is leaning out of the carriage. Harry and Omega, I guess. And if we're
Harry
putting
and
Omega in
wherever
that
they are.
situation, Harry, Omega,
Omega's
Fifi,
there.
and Sid are within the carriage.
Got it.
Oh shit.
So at this
Again.
point, we cut to Sid.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
probably it's like
Uh-huh.
smash cut and just going.
Uh-huh.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah.
But two hours early.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were making jokes about that last week because it was it's Jess's turn to write the journal, and it's like she ends the journal midair, like after collecting.
Yeah, because we
the
ended the
Gubu.
session.
I love.
So basically, the carriage has Jeff fallen over the edge. Millie's airborne.
It's tipping over the edge.
I thought it was already over.
Oh,
It's a little
it's-
tipsy.
It's basically fallen.
Oh, okay.
It's past the point of no return, but it is not yet beneath the level of the bridge.
Yeah,
Okay, well that's what I'm saying. It's tipping and it's in the process of falling over.
as
Got
is
it.
the Gubu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but yes, it is in the process of falling over.
Sherbin did not take any damage from the impact because of the positioning, and there's also 3 chocobos that the Gubu collided in with first.
Oh, good.
We don't know their state of livingness.
One
or
of
not
them
yet.
is bubble. One of them is bubble.
Oh, yeah, one has a bubble shield. The frontmost one, right? Because it was 1 and 2.
Tell me, does the bubble shield help you with momentum?
No.
I'm pretty sure inertia into a bubble shield is the same thing as inertia into a wall. Just saying.
We're having chocobo.
Chocolate benders.
You did miss one thing in the recap. Sid's family secret room.
Oh, right. We had discovered
I was trying to think of a way to say it.
there's a secret basement in Sid's house that we had discovered that has a lot of books that were written by his ancestor, who was the last head of house before they left to Cliffside.
Also named Elcido.
Also named Alcido, and conspicuously also in Sid's handwriting. As of yet undetermined
Oh,
why.
you're your own grandfather.
So
Time paradox.
his name is CJ.
Alexander.
Sid Jr.
Sid Jr., yeah.
God.
So we had found that secret library at some point prior to leaving to go hunt the dragons.
Okay.
When we returned from hunting the dragons, we investigated it some more to try to... Sid and Sherbin and Fifi especially were trying to decipher the books and figure out what the hell's up with the books. Millie had found a key in a box in that secret basement, so then she proceeded to wander the whole house trying to figure out where the hell the key went. In so doing, she discovered a secret... a trap hidden within the master bedroom that also then was attached to a disproportionately cold metal wall that may or may not lead to a secret room in Sid's room.
Sexy.
This back in Cliffside or
In
his
the
noble house.
noble house master bedroom. So it's basically like it was a wall. It had a small little trap in it. We disabled the trap, but as of yet haven't figured out.
Go ahead.
We haven't figured out how to open the wall if it is in fact into a room or not. We haven't figured out how to do it and get it to interact with anything, and it has anti-magic properties.
Oh.
So, and it is seemingly impervious to any types of damage that we've as of yet thrown at it.
Okay.
And this house is where Sid's
Yeah.
ancestors were before they somehow got to
Correct. Yeah, and it's basically been the house itself has been kept by the house staff
Okay.
and their
He's-
children's children.
He's-
R.I.P.
Speaking of, our original steward is now dead.
Kevin threw a fire poker into his face.
Why?
Okay, that's not what happened.
It was a clear catch with a nat 20.
Catch a fire skewer. Okay,
you don't want that kind of steward.
Yeah.
You're just weaning out.
That's different. Yeah.
weaning out.
The room or metallic door or whatever it is also tried to get Kevin to break through it by using the voices of his family.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, because like Kevin attempted to kick the door down, and it basically he started hearing the voices of his family, the wall down, the wall that may be a door down, and he started hearing the voices of his family as he attempted to break down the wall.
Was it like, go baby, you can do it, or was it like,
It was more
we're
like
dying?
we're dying. We're dying. It was Paul.
They were cheering.
He needs to like grow up. You know, he's gonna get one hand from me if he's not really in danger.
And Sid has the consciousness of his dead brother in him.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh,
Neat.
So there's a little bit that changed since, a little bit that's gone on since
Just
the
a
last
little bit.
break.
Yeah. We're
Nice
definitely.
guy, snappy dresser.
Yes, thank you.
What was that?
A nice guy, snappy dresser.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, his dead brother.
Yeah, I hear there was like a dress-up session. I'm sad I missed it.
Yeah, me too.
I found the outfit too. I don't know if anybody's watched Doro Hidoro.
No, but tell me.
Oh,
I've seen a couple episodes.
I'll find it. Hold
I
on.
was gonna have Omega just wearing like a sleeveless tuxedo. That was my plan.
It's more or less what this
makes
is.
Yeah. But Omega more or less was just a wallflower the entire time,
That sounds like her.
and did not deign to dress up.
Oh, so Kevin's
The bouncer.
apparently a very good break dancer.
And fire poker thrower.
Or I guess it was just pop and locking. It wasn't necessarily break dancing. There could be a
important
distinction.
Yeah.
Well, because like the breakdancing can have the floor spins and the head spins and things, whereas pop and lock is typically vertical.
He's a very avant-garde breakdancer. He's taking the art to a new direction.
All right, so there's the sleeveless tuxedo.
Oh, but shit. That was
Right.
Wow. Okay, I picked well.
Or there was they did a dress-up episode in theirs, or there was this, which I think is just a whole
corset?
Yeah, just a corset on the buffest
No, and
person.
that's the only reason I haven't watched more of the show is because I haven't been able to sit down and give it the attention it deserves.
It's wild. It's a wildly entertaining show. So random.
Yeah, lots of people, like everyone I've ever heard who's watched it says
I
they
still
love
need
it.
to watch what's called Jujutsu Kaisen and
So good.
JoJo's
Bizarre?
Adventure.
Oh,
Bizarre
throw them
Adventure.
all away.
Jujutsu
Just watch
Kaisen is small.
Throw
Yeah,
everything away. just
Jujutsu
watch
Kaisen is
JoJo.
much easier to watch.
You're not a JoJo's guy.
No, throw everything away. Just
Have you
watch
watched
JoJo.
Just watch JoJo.
Demon Slayer?
Yes, I haven't seen season 2 though, or the movie.
Oh, they're great.
It's only just ever upwards.
Yeah, you think like, oh, this must be peak animation, and then they're just like, we're gonna do it the entire time. You're like, holy shit, how?
Like, I would gladly pay money for them to go reanimate other animes like Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh my god, that needs a treatment for sure.
Oh, the Daki fight was amazing animation.
Yeah, it's incredible for Demon Slayer.
Oh,
Yeah,
That
UFO
is-
Table does amazing things. I thought I'd never accept computer-generated art in anime, but like the blend that they do with using hand-drawn and computer animated, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's wild. They do wonderful.
So, should we roll initiative? Because we're
Yeah, I
in
guess we should.
combat.
Huh?
Well,
you're not in
as
combat.
of yet, like the only
Oh, I'm always
creatures
in
that we have
combat.
seen was the bandit rider who Millie Wan shot and the Gugu itself. The other bandits that are there are off in the distance and kind of obscured.
Okay. I mean, do we have the luxury to move at the same speed we want, or should we roll initiative? Because
Well, I mean, if the card isn't off the edge yet, I guess we have a little time.
Like, would this
I feel like we're in a-
would the chocobos be struggling to keep it on the bridge?
No. Well,
I think we're in a Daffy Duck moment where it hasn't noticed that he's falling yet.
Oh, so it's off. As long as we don't look down, we're not gonna fall.
that literally sounded like the duty finder sound when your duty pops in the game. It's like, oh, time to go. Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Final Fantasy.
GT.
Gotcha.
Because I do a lot of duty finding now.
I bet.
Not a very high
She
investigation
have good
check
aim?
needed to find it.
Nope.
Okay.
Thankfully,
That was
one good.
an excellent recap.
Thank you.
Now I know
You
what's
get a
happening.
D4 of inspiration.
Woo!
Okay. That's another thing. Based on feedback from them, rather than giving advantage for inspiration, people have asked for give us varying degrees of inspiration based on an additional die to add.
Okay, cool. But like Bardic style.
Yeah.
What's the
Got it.
argument for that?
Well, because there's more than one way to get an advantage, so having inspiration give advantage is less impactful than, hey, I have advantage because I'm doing a real thing I'm really good at,
I'm
let me
flanking.
get an extra 4 on top of that.
Well, 2.5.
By the way, if you have advantage and you're using my inspiration you only roll that die once. And
Yeah.
You add it to whatever you got from the D20.
Yes, because it's only d20s that get the benefit.
You can add it after the roll?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, after you see the result.
Yeah, because that's just like Bardic inspiration that you can see when you
Right,
want to
right.
spend it.
Okay. Cool.
Neat. All right.
Okay, so here's the scene. Kevin is on the bridge, just kind of arms out like, what the fuck is happening, as he's kind of watching in slow motion.
With no sword.
Well, his sword is running away on the guru. Crashes into the carriage, and you see them both begin teetering over the edge. They are at the point where just about nothing is going to stop them from falling. There's like no time to do really anything to stop them from falling. However, you see Millie just careening, just soaring like a bird towards Kevin. In case that wasn't clear, Kevin, from your point of view, you see Millie flying towards you. And then the rest of you are exactly where Jimmy said,
In the carriage.
inside the carriage.
Or leaning out, or on the front.
However, because the carriage suddenly stopped, all of you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
2 points of BO damage as you run into each other.
Yeah.
I smell like
You basically all slammed
zero
into a
roll.
hard surface, so you all take 2 points of damage. Sherbin, that includes you, because running into a Gubu hurts still. Billy, you do not yet take damage. Okay.
Oh, goodness. 71.
What happened?
I'm healthy.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just the. Oh
Very
no,
healthy.
I've taken damage, and Millie's sitting here like, your bicep weighs more than I do.
It's true.
Okay. So, I'm going to give everybody a chance to tell me what you're doing in the instant that the carriage, or in the current instant. What are you doing? You've collected, you've run into the wall, now what are you doing? The wall of the carriage, I should say. So, everybody that isn't Millie or Kevin right now, we'll get to those later. Tell me what you're doing in this second.
Got it. So the carriage is falling. Is there not enough
Carriage
time?
is currly like this,
And
the bridge is like that, so it's like over the bridge.
There's no time for me to jump out of the carriage?
Technically, you possibly can.
I would like to jump out of the carriage.
Oh, I had a follow-up question on the bridge. I don't remember from last session. Is there a railing, or is it just a flat bridge?
It's flat. I sent a picture in chat of what it looks like. And the picture in chat is basically, it's not to scale. So the bridge
Not
they-
OSHA compliant.
Well, no. It looks like the one in chat, except the bridge you're currently on is about 5 times the length.
And higher, too.
And height.
What's it made out of? Is it like a rope
It's
bridge?
more brick and mortar.
Brick and mortar.
Yeah, so yeah, solid, but no...
I gotcha.
It's
But
actually
no,
really
no
well made.
sides.
Are there supports underneath where we are?
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like it was made by Ulga.
As opposed to like that ancient land bridge for Ivyshire.
Yes.
Sweet.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get out.
Okay, just so you know,
Yeah.
the windows are small and space is finite. If you jump out,
One door should be open from when Sherbin got out.
she climbed through the window.
It also sounds like Millie made a window.
The way she described it, the way that Sherbin described it is climbing through the
Sitting
window
on
to
top
get
of
to the
it.
carriage.
Sunbathing on the
Okay.
way down. That's a cat.
Am I wrong, Sherbin, or is that correct?
Sure. Yes.
Because that's how you said
Yes.
it last week.
And that's how it was in my head too. Like there's a window in the
carriage
front
picture.
of the carriage, and she was kind of like climbing through the window to get into the carriage.
Well,
Yeah.
not the
I was thinking
front.
like-
she climbed around
like-
the side and
That's what I mean, like the front left.
Yeah, like a
the front left
stagecoach.
side, yeah, like a stagecoach
And
window. in
it's
front-
more like a Disney ride where there isn't a window, it's just a door that only goes up halfway.
No.
That's correct.
It's playing small
so,
world.
when I say
Yeah.
window, no, I would never subject you to that, even if
Yes, I just go down with it.
Just a bunch of Lollapalooza.
all I'm saying is, if you're jumping through the window, the opportunities for other people to do the same are limited. That's all I'm trying to say.
And it's fair to assume that we know that there's combat and stuff happening.
All right.
So, I mean,
My gunshot
you know
was
that
loud
you're-
as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know
plus you also
that-
had a sign saying there's snipers out there. That's why I was thinking.
So who's still in the who's still in there? You're in there.
bow and arrow.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
And you're in there.
Deus, Harry, Sid, Omega, Fifi, and Sherbin is in the front.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna Deus. You're a small-ish person, right? What are you? 90 pounds soaking wet?
I was like 120.
120?
She's also like one of the tallest in the group.
I'm 147.
But she's already also halfway out of the carriage
Yeah.
as it is.
Were you trying to get out last week?
No.
Leaning out.
Yeah, I was leaning out to shoot to try to stop
What
the thing.
side were you leaning? Were you leaning out?
Well,
the
as a
side that's
right-handed
currently falling?
person, I would be leaning out the right side.
Okay, so you're halfway out the window,
Towards
and
the
that's
bridge.
towards the bridge, which is
Yeah.
where Omega, I assume you'd be running towards
Right.
the bridge.
I'm going
So
to.
there's two windows there. So
Right.
it's like it's the half doors, but with like a
Right.
beam in the middle of it. We're assuming you're in the front one.
Yeah, because I was trying to hit the thing. So what I would be doing is like I see you coming, we're tipping over. I'd already be clambering out the window to free it up for other people.
Got it.
And I was gonna jump to the bridge with my
Damn it!
anime leap.
They gave up.
Oh, they gave up
Yeah,
red?
they gave up the no hitter with one out left.
Pressure.
How good
All right, so tell me when I should stop. I'm going to grab Lynn Fifi. I'm going to shove Deus's ass out the window fully
So that's fine.
onto the
That'll help me.
bridge, and I'm going to prepare to jump out any way I can.
tuck her like a
yeah,
football.
yeah. I'm gonna tuck Lynn Fifi.
Grabbing Lanfifi,
Uh-huh.
shoving Davis.
Shoving Deus.
I'm gonna consider shoving Davis part of your movement action.
Okay.
Grabbing Lanfifi is your action.
Got it.
And the rest of your movement will be trying to jump out the window. I'm okay with that.
All right, let me double check.
I was just doing the math in my head.
Let me double check something really quick. I have to check a certain spell. I think.
Speaking of Lanfifi, hi Eric.
Oh, perfect.
Do you have Jam Binder up?
Oh, what?
No. What is
Is
it?
it a
Checking?
player's
hand?
Do you have the book?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
Xanathar?
Here you go. You're referring to the FF14 book.
Yes.
Oh, I have that open.
Mind if I get some more of that?
Yeah, go right ahead. It's for everybody.
Do you, do you want me
I'm
to?
so sorry. I'm looking for.
If you want, I have it open and I can actually.
Oh, could you look up Gunbreaker?
Yeah. What are you looking?
I'm looking for.
That's a living document, by the way. They've been making changes,
Yeah.
albeit slowly.
There's under the Lionheart class tree.
Lionheart.
Yeah, the level 6 ability. I just need to know if I can activate it with a bonus action or if it's a full action to activate it.
Other chips.
Thank you. Actually, you know what? Give me like 10 of them, please, in a small bowl. Thank you.
Maybe.
I don't want to eat.
I'd like to cast God mode.
Do you want to search through this? Just because.
Sure.
Or what the
Porn tips Gizardo.
debug mode for most computer games.
Oh, is it? Because I know that you type in porn tips Gizardo in SimCity, and you get like 250,000 simoleons or something like that. That was essentially
Rosebud?
God mode.
I remember
Rosebud,
back
it gives you 5,000.
in the Turok video.
250,000 Somalians.
Simoleons, not Somalians.
That's a lot of Somalians.
Well, I mean, I guess that would activate God mode if you had 250,000 Somalians.
And if
at
they
your
each give you
beck and call.
experience points.
As a bonus action.
Jesus.
Okay.
Alright.
And then, as
Give or
a
take, a couple were small.
so am I out of movement?
Oh,
The
lion.
jump is part of my movement.
Jumping is part of your movement.
Okay. Do I have a
Together
bonus
with-
action?
Well, you're not out yet.
Right.
If you're jumping out onto the bridge out of a falling carriage, this is going to be an acrobatics jump.
Just throw
Okay.
it all away.
I want to use a bonus action to basically grab Linfifi, push him out, put my stick against the ground as we're falling, use a munition to shove me out using the jump spell on myself.
Yeah.
Essentially. That's my level 6 ability.
I think this roll of cool.
Basically pogoing, like
Level 6 ability legitimately.
yes, give me a jump
it's
spell.
jumping long strider as a bonus action.
I will not make you roll for it then. You successfully blast a hole in the carriage, and the feedback from that launches you out the window. However, your face like goes up Deus's butt at the same time. Like you end up checking your ass or something like that.
It also pushes the carriage down to its death. Because
You blast a hole through it, so yeah.
It's more aerodynamic now. It's not taking on it.
Oh, it's always faster.
Yeah.
Thank you.
now it whistles as it falls like a Nerf ball.
No, little sort of-
Kevin, the physics are wrong in this world. That makes zero sense.
It's a fantasy game.
I mean, theoretically that works.
Yeah, Ariel can't be black because she's at the bottom of the ocean. No, Ariel can be black because it's a fucking mermaid, you idiots.
I don't know what this covered. It has nothing to do with it.
Wait,
but I agree.
what was the first sentence?
It was Ariel can't be black because she's at the bottom of the ocean. There's no light down there. No, Ariel can be black because she's a fucking mermaid, you idiot.
That's pretty good. Okay.
So yeah,
Good
So
and I'll set Linfifi down.
land on the bridge. You fall out of the window with propulsion because of this, and you land on the bridge too. And you got like a foot. You land on the ground, but you're like a foot between you and the edge of the bridge.
Okay.
Like you, as you're out, you can actually see the last of the carriage starting to fall. But before that happens, Harry.
Oh, sweet. I have two questions.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It was midday.
I didn't realize this was
Midday.
still in.
Midday. All right. So we've had breakfast.
Yeah, you set out in the morning.
Okay.
So yes.
Second question: can you turn the music down?
Yeah.
Are you trying to gas your way out of here?
No. He's gonna play.
He's got aesthetics.
Okay.
So as the thing's falling, I'm gonna turn to Kavahag. Well, Kavahag, we find ourselves once again involved in violence. You and I, we are creatures of violence. We can't escape it. We dine our lunch this day on violence. We must escape first. And I'm gonna cast Misty Step and just pop out
Okay.
and just land on the thing and take the bow out.
Kavahog just flies over.
Just kind of the Kavahag just kind of flutters after.
That's you to everyone else in the carriage
Yeah.
that you left behind.
Well, you see, we must leave our friends to their fate, for fate is not kind. Kavahag. But
You
we
can
have
Misty Step if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Yes, exactly.
That's just a noir say of like, hey, if the gods want you to live.
I'll draw the bow. I'll draw my bow
Well,
and look around.
Who's still in the carriage is just Sid.
Me and Sherman on front.
Who's outside the carriage? What was that?
Me and Sherman in front.
Right. I can't grab in Misty Step, right? I don't.
Hey, you can't take
You
someone
can only
else.
take yourself.
I mean, you could grab, but they'd be
Yeah,
left
they'd
behind.
be left behind. Okay, that's right.
Well, look at that was exhilarating.
Sid, what are you doing?
Are we over at this point? Do I have any more time?
Oh, this is all happening simultaneously. So what are you doing?
Basically, I would have waited for everybody to get out, and I will cast Featherfall on myself, Sherman, and the 3 chocobos.
Okay. Sure.
And then,
Huh?
That's 5 creatures. But if the carriage is falling really fast and the chocobos are attached.
Well, we're gonna deal with that next.
Okay.
You already found this out?
Well,
Of course
yeah.
you did. Of course
Is
you
this,
did.
yeah, does the cinder block weigh more than the wood, right? Is that what we're discovering here?
What weighs more? A kilogram of feathers or a kilogram of steel?
It's a pond.
Because steel is heavier than feather. No, they bought the kilogram.
Still funny video about an Irish guy who just can't understand that
Scottish.
weight.
Oh, I think I've
Scottish.
seen that before.
Weight equals weight.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. Yes.
A kilogram of steel.
The better explanation, though, is
Jesus Christ.
the feathers weigh heavier because you have to deal with the guilt of what you did to get that many feathers.
You don't know the people that kill for steel.
Fracking.
Okay.
Kill the earth.
So, given all of that happening,
Wait, I get to do something too, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Sherb? Oh, you're right.
She's on top.
I assumed that him feather falling on you would have been it, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, so I smacked into the Gabu, yeah? So
You ran it,
I'm,
yeah.
alright, so I'm not gonna hang on to the Gabu, so I'm assuming that I sort of bounced back and now I'm clinging on to one of the chocobo.
That's working is really good.
Say it again, please.
So I'm not gonna hang on to the Gabu. I'm just gonna presume that I kind of bounced back. So now I'm.
Yes. You
So
bounced
I'm gonna. All right. So now I'm going to grab onto something else. So I would be grabbing onto a chocobo tightly, because there's nothing else to grab on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stick your head between your knees and kiss your bum goodbye.
Okay.
Chicken wrap.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to do the math in my head. I'm like, could you reach a chocobo from sitting at the top of the carriage? But why not? Everybody got compressed anyway. So yes, I'm fine with that. That said, the chocobos are attached to the carriage. They begin falling slower than the carriage. You're falling slower than the carriage. You hear a gunshot go through the carriage, and Omega just rockets out with like Fifi, and it's kind of like ass over tea kettle. And Harry just kind of settles down outside after Misty stepping. Now, all on this bridge, and the Gubu has fallen over. The Gubu at this point is dead. Like it's died. But I mean, it's falling to the ground anyway.
Is it gonna fall on the little guy that jumped out?
You don't even see the little guy who jumped down yet. And technically it wouldn't, because he jumped while you were still in motion, so he'd be way further back from you.
Well, he's still on the inertia you'd be coming up with.
Yes, but there's no way that he would have been falling forward at the same speed that they're progressing forward in a carriage.
I mean,
That's a steep arc, and you know it. It very quickly falls off.
Yeah.
I mean,
If the Gobu is heavy enough, then the Gobu and the carriage would go the other way.
He jumped out before the Gubu hit him.
Yeah, it was like at least like 2 or 3 rounds before the collision.
Man, he really gave up, huh?
Oh, he jumped out basically as soon as the arrows came. He
He jumped even before Millie killed the rider.
Yeah.
I thought he jumped because Kevin was talking to him.
we don't know.
We'll have to ask him and
It's
find
open
out.
for interpretation.
Best used to speak with dead ever. Why did you jump?
Just like I don't want. Hey, settle the bet for us.
You have any questions?
Okay.
Did you learn anything useful before you died?
All right. Those of you who can look over the side see the carriage tumbling down. You see Sid, who's managed to get out through a window, slowly falling, looking up at you all as he's headed towards the ground. You see a rushing river, very wide, at the bottom. And the Gubu is just kind of tumbling at the moment with Kevin's sword in its head.
As it do.
Yeah. And something about monologuing? Okay.
No, Adam's character.
Got it. Got it. Okay, I was like, what? So, Sherbin, you are holding onto one of the chocobos, and the chocobos seem to be, like, above the carriage as much as they can allow, but then the rope that's tying them to the carriage goes taut, and they begin falling faster, and you with them, because you're holding onto one. One of the chocobos is not moving, at least in the sense of living. Yeah, at least one of them. And that's the one that you're holding on to.
Of course.
Yes. The rest of you on the bridge, you take kind of like, you take in your surroundings, you realize, oh wait, we were just being shot at, and you look around, and you start to see mobilization on the other side of the bridge. It's like people are now moving around. You're not being shot at, necessarily, but you do see a bunch of people moving around, and then you see like dirt being kicked up.
Should Millie be rolling for road rash?
Thank you. I knew what am I forgetting? You're flying.
And Kevin, I give Kevin one.
You are flying at Kevin like a dart at Kevin. Just so you know.
Stab it. Now's the time.
Surprise, Kevin!
I mean, Kevin's gonna try to catch Millie.
I just want you to know I asked Melinda which character I should kill tonight, and she said
Okay, rude. Just gonna throw me under the bus.
I mean,
It's fine. It's
at
not.
31 health, my character says I'm gonna die first.
Oh, I think I have.
Period.
How many hit points I have?
So you would have to try to have less health than
I
me.
probably have like 32.
I mean, I have a negative constitution, so
I think I didn't roll really well. Maybe I forgot to roll.
that's probably it. 'Cause
No, 37 hit points. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, that's what's your con score?
10.
Oh.
5 ranger, 2. Okay, wait.
Right, because ranger's a D10, so that is low for your class. If you had 5 levels of ranger, you should have more health than that.
25.
Average would be
5
30.
Plus,
Did you forget to add in your HP?
I think maybe you forgot to put in your arcanist levels.
Probably.
So it's just your ranger levels.
Probably. Anyway, if it comes up, I'll check later.
Not bad.
But yeah, okay, so based on the height difference, because Kevin was standing on the bridge, Millie was on top of the carriage, so it's kind of like an arc into the Kevin.
Yeah. Okay, so less velocity.
So you might get road rage, or Kevin might try to catch you.
I'm gonna try to catch her.
I was actually going to attempt to basically jump off the Kevin to just carry the forward momentum towards the end of the bridge. Like,
You're trying to vault off of
basically
Kevin?
vault off of Kevin
Oh
to
my
keep
gosh.
running in that direction.
And I said road rage, I meant road rash.
No, it's about to be ready.
Yeah. But knowing Millie, probably road
Sometimes
rage
you just gotta
also.
run it out, man.
So you're gonna try to vault off of Kevin?
Just to keep the momentum forward to get to the end of the bridge as fast as I can.
Kevin, you have no idea what Millie's planning. Are you gonna try to catch her?
Yeah, so my arms are up trying to catch her. If she ends up vaulting off my shoulders, I'm immediately going to vault off the bridge.
But Millie's not trying to vault off of you off the bridge. She's trying to vault off of you
Forward.
down the bridge.
No, I understand. So after if you can successfully vault off of me, and I've realized, I can't catch you, then I'm gonna jump off the bridge
Don't you have a gun?
towards Sherbin.
So you can get your sword?
I mean, I said towards Sherwin.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Right, because you're back on the bridge. The thing is that they're down a good way.
Priority would be to save Sherwin and then get my sword. In that order.
I'm surprised. It probably would have been the other way around not too long ago.
Wow, character
No,
growth.
no.
Kevin's
Kevin.
always been pretty selfless. He just has to understand what the selflessness actually means.
Yeah, remember, Kevin, think of like conservatives. They love their people,
Unintentional.
Kevin just needs a good conversation.
and stuff like that.
He needs a stern talking to.
Politically bad.
And a good memory, because he's had conversations that he's forgotten. Like, he's asked Millie why she can't talk several times, and forgotten why she can't talk every time.
Leave it to Beaver.
That's your company shirt, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I have some.
Yeah, it's not often you see him in Match's laptop.
They give you so many free things I didn't even realize. I'm basically an advertisement. Cool.
I think it's great.
You don't see me wearing an Adept Fastener shirt.
Oh, you should.
I probably should.
That'd be cool.
I'd have to get one
Do they
first.
have them?
I'm sure they
I
do.
won't.
Anyway. Okay. If you're going to try to vault off, and Kevin's going to try to catch you, I'm going to argue that it's probably easier for Kevin to try to catch you, so he gets to try to do that first.
I'm gonna deck save to try to stop him from doing that.
Don't touch me.
You can yell at me.
Yeah. How are you going to stop him from catching you?
Yell at me and tell me.
Acrobatic shit. That's how.
I will
That's
say
like trying to catch a snake flying at you at 50 miles an hour.
Disadvantage. You may do a deck save. Because you're also weren't expecting to be flying through the air.
I would like to do an insight check to know how Jimmy knows what it is like to catch a snake.
Natural one.
Oh boy!
50 miles
Thank
an
you.
hour.
Yeah, 50 miles an hour.
They're very specific.
Very
For a total of
specific.
8.
You don't say something that
Okay,
specific
Kevin,
unless.
roll a dexterity saving throw, or excuse me, a dex check to catch Millie.
Still got some good wiggle room on this.
I got a 2.
Yeah.
You got a 2? There you go.
So even with a nat 1,
You somehow managed to like squirrel your way out of
I don't know, I was
the
picturing like a field goal type of thing. Like he just went.
Sure. And then you put your hands on his head and go whap and fly
That worked
forward.
perfectly. Oh, yeah,
You can do an acrobatics check.
Yeah, that'll be better. 17.
This is hilarious in my head, and please get Lena to what's called draw. Well, animate this.
I mean,
I don't know if they do animation. But yes. Wait, you have done animation before, haven't you, Jess?
No.
You showed me the animation. Okay, never mind.
Lena more or less does like, it's not animation, it's really like fast storyboarding.
Yeah. Well, I like that. Okay, so you fly off the carriage. Kevin tries to grab you and misses. You put your hands on his head, do a flip in the air, vault yourself, doing a flip in the air towards the edge of the bridge and go another 30 feet before you land, taking 1 point of damage as you skid on the bridge.
Puts me in a nice even 30.
That's not bad.
I was thinking it's either going to be like the leapfrog or the anime, I'll catch you, foot to the face.
And Kevin, you take 1 point of damage from your head being pushed in a weird direction.
Then I jump up.
Okay.
Millie congratulates
1
herself
second.
and keeps
The
going.
screen just changed, so I want to make sure it's still recording.
Oh, good point.
Look behind the board.
Take this quick second to
Quick
just
second to cheat.
check all the notes.
What do you need to do?
No, nothing.
Harry only gets 2 sessions. That's the note.
Oh shit, very nice.
So who's your next character?
Larry.
There you go. Yeah, I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. You brought it.
Go through all the stooges at that point. Those are the next
Anyone want to
characters.
try these? They're actually really good.
I've had that brand before. They are really good. The thing is, they get stale at the speed of light.
At the speed of what?
The speed of light, like super fast getting stale.
I guess I'll have to seal it back.
Yeah, because almond flour compared to corn flour does not last long.
I work with almond flour when I'm doing keto. All right.
They do sell individual packs of that brand, like the small Doritos bag.
Okay. All right. So, with all this said, we're now in the next round. So if you wanted to do something to help out Sid and Sherbin with their chocobos that are attached to a falling carriage, if you had a plan, now's the time.
Yeah, I was gonna lean over and I'm gonna shoot the whipple tree.
What?
It's the carriage. It's what's holding the birds to the carriage. Basically.
Whipple tree.
That's what it's called.
Oh,
I learned a new word.
Well, I heard right. Didn't understand
It's
right.
basically you've got a really strong rope, and then you have
Shoot the rope.
an area where it's tied down or splintered off. more or
Yeah,
less.
I mean, I can picture the mechanism. I didn't know it was called a whipple tree.
I think I've heard it once or twice before because I instantly knew what he was talking about.
Very good. Very good.
The whipple tree is...
No whammies.
This
Oh, it's no whammies.
Whoa!
Did you roll the same thing?
No, an 18 and a 19.
Okay, so you're taking the 18.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was taking both because I'm firing twice.
Oh, you're firing twice.
Wham! Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's the total?
double tap.
Okay, so the
Two in the
26 and 27.
Sorry, that doesn't beat the armor class.
Oh.
It's a really well-made character.
Yeah, it's actually mithril.
It's a
adamantine.
Yeah.
Okay. With a quick 2-shot burst, you separate the whipple tree
It's got blur.
and, in this case, the birds and Sherbin from the carriage, and the carriage begins to fall, tumbling
Normal
faster now. Well, no, it's gaining speed, momentum.
normal speed.
Yes, but it's
Slow.
approaching terminal velocity. Is what I'm trying to say.
That doesn't sound good.
But the birds, the chocobos, and Sherbin and Sid are falling at about half of that speed, and that half seems to be capped at this point. So they're falling down. You're on the bridge. You had your action this turn. What's everybody else doing?
About how far down are they?
Them.
Yes.
At this point, we'll say 30 feet.
Don't think I can jump that one.
And Featherfall
But
is 60 feet
Kevin,
around.
you jumped off the bridge. Is that correct?
Correct.
Like you swan dived?
More like. Yeah, sure. Swan dive.
I don't know. You tell me what you're doing. I don't want to.
Torpedo dive.
Flying
Like,
with style.
like jump and like Superman hands out, like
Like a sack of potatoes.
yeah.
Yeah, so you're flying like a sack of potatoes. I like it.
Because as per D&D rules, it's 500 feet per round in descent. Terminal velocity is 213 feet or 216 feet per second.
Per second.
So when you're actually falling, you're falling at about a little less than a third of terminal velocity from the initial 500, the first round.
Yeah, I mean, if you go with D&D rules. But they also said that 50 feet of hempen rope is 10 pounds.
Oh, yeah, it makes no sense. Because like when
What's in the book?
when I
Is
calculated
over what's in the physics book.
when I calculated the Will and Takesh impact driver, which was basically a nuke.
Do I have rope?
I wish we got to use
You
that
have what?
I'm wondering if I
It
have
was
rope.
I would
a
assume
huge adamantine
explorer's
monk
pack.
arm, monk people's elbow into the ground
Right.
from terminal velocity. It was like 600 d6 damage.
I'm going to throw rope off the edge. I'm gonna.
So I can get back up.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well, you're gonna tie it before you throw it.
I'm actually gonna tie my stick to the rope, chuck the rope at like.
The stick? You're throwing the stick? Where?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my stick attached to the rope. I'm gonna throw it at heads is Chirpin, tails is Sid.
What about Kevin?
Tails is Sid.
Kevin is when it lands on the rim.
Yeah. So I'm gonna chuck my stick and 50 feet of rope at Sid and hold the other end.
Gonna go fantastic, I'm sure.
Roll an attack, and that's exactly how the
the
house servant died.
That is an attack roll because you are aiming at a person.
Alright. You gotta say catch, though.
Yes, that's
Right.
that's what makes it manslaughter and not murder.
You also have
No
to
premeditation,
declare that
no
it's
intention.
non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal damage.
Kevin doesn't know that word, so it's always lethal damage.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a 12 plus. I think I'm at 7 right now, so a 19.
That hits. Yeah, that hits.
All right, cool. So I hit Sid with the stick.
Yeah, and your stick is flying faster than he's falling, to be fair.
Cool.
Sure.
So, Sid, you see the stick coming at you. I will let you make a dexterity saving throw
Catch,
to
boy.
catch it.
Oh, boy.
Before it hits you.
Or this turns into a Kevin CPR moment, but for Sid this time.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Were you there when Kevin gave CPR to Millie and broke her ribs? Nearly
No.
Yeah. Millie got knocked instantly unconscious by a spell effect.
That's so good.
Do not read into this,
Oh no.
but you are approaching limit break 3.
Nice.
Reading into this.
We've saved from 1 to 2, and we almost have 3.
Oh.
But yeah, Millie got knocked unconscious by a spell, so she wasn't at negative health, but she was knocked unconscious.
She was 0.
And Kevin, to give her CPR, rolled, I think it was like a nat 1 on the medicine check, and did like almost enough damage to kill her by
Breaking her
his
ribs.
like 200-pound body on her. What is she? 85-pound frame.
That's all you need.
On her 80-pound frame.
Yeah, he was like, you gotta remember that song.
The cracking sounds are you're doing it correctly.
That's just the heartbeat harder.
It's true for the significantly elderly, but
The song you remember is definitely not Sandstorm.
Kevin has a
That
zero.
Seabat song that's going around TikTok.
Kevin has a 0 in medicine. He's pretty good at that. He's pretty good at it.
I'll tell you about it later. It's a whole thing.
it's so fun.
It's the worst. It's the worst song I've
Best
heard
worst
in my life.
But
like
in the
it.
context, it becomes it's the room. It's the room of music.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, I love
It
it.
is.
It's so bad it becomes amazing.
Oh, hi, music. Alright, you were saying, Fifi?
Phoebe's gonna cast Fly on herself and fly up to see if she can see the dust, what's creating the dust coming towards us.
Sure. Okay, what did you extend for
fly?
your
Fuck
dex saving
me.
throw?
Little person.
Should have caught somebody else.
Kevin can fly too.
Yeah. Flies
Oh
the
yeah,
dark
we
vision.
built Kevin a jetpack.
You conspicuously failed to note.
Sorry, well, it was downtime activity. Basically, we have made a prototype boots of flying via a winged
Oh,
Aether
the Air
crystal in a
Jordans?
backpack.
That's what the
No,
Air-
Millie has
that's
the Air
his.
Jordans, which are boots of elven kind.
A Jordans.
That's my
I
favorite.
love
That's my
Jordans.
favorite pin.
Air Jordans.
Air
Jordans.
Like Air Jordans.
Okay, got it.
It's a soft.
Yeah,
K.
so Kevin's jetpack, it's functionally the same thing as boots of flying, except there's a 1 in 100 chance it explodes.
Thought I was playing off of Aorza.
Yeah.
A Jordans.
Oh, it might be.
Every time
you look at like a Jordan NPC list or something. Like Jordan was a name on your list of NPCs.
No, I just wanted to make an Air Jordan joke, but
That's-
not actually be Jordan because you get that right away.
It's very.
It was better when you didn't get it for like 5 minutes.
It's very clever.
All right.
And then when he described the boots that Millie got, he said there's a wing on the side.
Nice.
So it was, yeah.
That's right.
And it says, "Do it just."
Do it justly.
Oh my God.
Boots for a paladin.
Okay. I mean, I guess that would work for Ishgardian boots. Like if you got them there, you know, got the knights. All right. What did you roll, Sid? Sorry for the last time.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh, that. I thought I knew that.
That counts again.
There's a really fucking large hair wrapped around my toe.
Yeah.
That's Melinda's.
I don't.
That's
know.
gotta be one of
I
those.
don't know what to do with that.
That's Bob's. He just has one really long
He's
hair.
been
Circling
circling
for a
him.
minute.
Remind me to thank her for that.
Thank
Okay.
you. Like a hand spread.
All right. So with the nat 20,
For like 10
sorry, buddy.
seconds.
You move your body to the side, and as Omega's gun staff, is it?
Yeah.
Gun staff or gun glaive?
Gun stick.
Gun stick.
It is.
I'm
it is
not a fancy
metal
person.
plumbing pipe filled with gunpowder, and that's about it.
A PVC pipe.
But metal, so
The
it doesn't
working
blow up.
man.
It's a potato gun. All right, so the gun stick flies past you, and you squirrel out of the way, like you move your body out of the way by turning to the side and catch onto it. And so you're yanked a little bit as it goes, but you're now holding on to Omega's stick, slowly falling. So the strain on you as it reaches its max distance isn't so bad.
Right.
But now you're holding the weight of Sid, but it's about half the weight of Sid.
Cool. That's easy.
That's
for
easy.
me.
That's
It's like Sid in the swimming pool.
And you've got Sherbin that's just holding on to a dead chicken as she's falling. And then there's two other chocobos, one that had the bubble shield on it, which has worn off at this point. And they're kind of trying to fly, but they can't. And they still have the their saddles on them. Well, I guess what would be the
Barding. Well, no, the barding is
what
the
was
saddle.
connecting to them to the carriage?
Yoke.
It was the harness and the trace.
Harness. That's the
Whatever.
word I was looking for. They still have their harnesses on them.
Oh, were they the standard yellow, or were they a different
They
color?
were like a muddy yellow brown color.
Gotcha. But not the
Dijon.
airborne chocobo that you
Dijon.
saw before.
The airborne ones you saw were black.
Gotcha.
I'll also yell at Sherbin to grab as well if she wants.
She and Sid are not in the same spot.
Right, just in case.
You can just yell.
Yeah.
How far away am I from Sid versus the alive chocobos?
You and the alive chocobos and the dead chocobo that you're holding are about 30 feet lower than Sid because you were still connected to the carriage while it was falling at full speed and it was pulling you down for another round, basically.
Okay.
So you're further down than him. Does this make sense in the way I'm describing it to everybody?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Good carriage, Sherbin.
Well, the carriage is now like down here, but
Well,
Sherbin
not
and
to
the
scale,
chocobos.
but there is a distance.
Yes.
There exists something. So
They're no longer falling fast.
There's 3
They,
layers.
they both have slow feather fall.
multiple layers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
there's
think
like-
if it would be better if I try to jump up to try and reach Sid somehow, or if I try to jump to a live chocobo.
I should also note that Kevin is now over here jumping down like Superman style.
Yeah, you see me like
He has a jetpack though.
yeah.
But it's not on yet.
He thinks he's an architect in Destiny.
Yeah. Well, with my luck, he's probably going to belly flop on me.
Knocks you off
On
the
the
chocobo,
driver.
and then his jetpack explodes, and
Given the distance,
I'm a
he's
healer.
not like in the same area as you guys necessarily. Like he's trying to get to you, but I don't think Kevin understands how physics works. So Kevin jumped off the bridge, just not the same
Trying to
places where you
snap the air.
fell off.
He's a great understanding of physics. It's not our understanding. He understands.
I can do really quick math. It's not right, but it's quick.
He'll answer the question.
All right. Turbin's gonna try to jump off the dead chocobo towards where Sid is, in his direction.
So you're trying to propel yourself off of the slowly falling dead chocobo.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work that way. So you propel yourself. You are now in his direction. You're within like the same column as him. Let's just
Trajectory?
say same verticality.
In
How
that
about
case, when she does that, I'll cast. I'll use ancestral lore, and spend a third round and a first round to cast grasping vine off of my shoulder. Off my shoulder.
Oh, I thought grasping vine had to come out of the ground or something.
Has to anchor to something.
Okay.
As long as it's anchored to something. I think. Let me double check.
I thought it had to be a solid surface.
Pieces like that.
I know.
Just go.
He does have that bionic commando arm.
Solid surface. You could do it from a gun then.
If we want to do that, then off of the bridge, the side of the bridge, to bring her in this direction. Momentum.
Sure. Nah, pull her down from the carriage.
There you go. So was I right? Does it have to be a solid surface?
Has to be a surface, yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to rule that your body is not a surface for these purposes.
Okay, but the side of the bridge couldn't the side of the bridge pull her in our direction?
Yes, and with slow fall, she won't slam into the side of the bridge and break her neck.
Right. I can reach out and catch at that point. Or try to, at least.
Potentially. But yes, we'll say that the vine shoots out from the bridge and wraps around Sherbin's waist.
Nice.
No, it wraps around her neck.
No.
I'm just kidding.
And
Nat 20 on wrap.
It's not Kevin with the medicine check. Give him some
No,
slack.
it's the DM.
yeah,
with
but then she can then be pulled 20 feet directly toward where the vine is. So if it's behind me, then that away.
Is he growling?
No, that was me.
Oh.
I was making scritch sound effects.
Okay. All right, cool. So, Sherbin, you are successfully wrangled by a vine from Sid. Do it for the vine.
Sad.
And as this is happening, Sid, you see just out of your peripheral, you see Kevin falling like a stone.
As I fall past them, does it look like they're semi-safe?
You see, Sherbin has been caught by the vine and is falling towards the side of the bridge, but slowly. And I mean, not super slow, but slower than you're falling. And you see Sid seems to be floating down, and you see 2 out of 3 chocobos are alive and floating down.
Okay, and the beast?
It was tumbling through the air. You have no idea if it's alive or dead, but it is tumbling, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything to stop,
Cool.
to stop.
I'm going to continue to fall then towards the beast.
Okay, sure. You are careening headlong towards a raging river.
I keep going. Basically, nothing's going to stop Kevin from getting his sword back at this point.
Oh, those of you who are on the bridge, Keithy, you flew straight up into the air. Here's what you see. You see a lot of bandits.
Oh, sick.
Or what you assume are bandits. You spot at least 15 of them. You also see another one riding a gubu in that area, and they're headed in your direction.
Gubu is the plant ogre.
It's the same thing that just fell off the bridge.
They're easy to kill.
Very, very clearly so, yes. What was that?
You see the crash wagon.
Yeah,
They're weakness to wagons.
It's super effective.
Just gotta get another one. Real quick.
I cast spiritual weapon in the shape of a wagon.
Little did you, the Gubu, suspect the wagons. All right. Additionally, you see another plant-like creature, very similar to something that you saw in the gold saucer, and they seem to be in cages, wrangled by these bandits, and the bandits seem to be prodding them out of the cages in your direction.
Is it a very muscular guy in short shorts?
No.
That's all I remember from
Godbert Vanderbilt?
Yes, that's all I remember.
No, he's the owner and proprietor of Gold Saucer.
That's all I remember.
You played 7, right? Final Fantasy 7?
So long ago.
Do you remember Gold Saucer from that?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, it's in that one?
That's where it came from.
I played that
Oh,
game.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
I don't think I made it all the way through that.
Music's the same too. All right. What? Oh, speaking of music, this.
Oh, no.
Now connected to David's fire.
What do the bandits look like they're armed with?
You have no idea.
I don't know.
Fifi, it looks like
one has a longbow.
it looks like several of them have ranged weapons. Beyond that, you can't really tell what they have from your height and distance. What you want to do with that knowledge is up to you. Are you even there?
He said BRB.
I wonder if you heard anything I just said.
I will tell many.
What did I know?
What is our approximate distance?
Does anyone else?
Oh, Eric's back. Never mind.
Okay, did you hear anything I said about what you saw?
Nope.
Okay. You
I
see.
said BRB.
I'm not really looking at my phone while we're doing this. And it's hot in here. Is it just me or is it hot in here?
No, it's very hot in here.
Okay. Well,
I thought it was the alcohol, but
I did too.
I think everybody else is
This is some
feeling
good shit.
Oh, no, that's fucking great stuff.
I want some.
how's that?
Not
This is
having
pretty
any
good.
more,
I mean,
it's not
it's
enough.
a Highland whiskey, so it's a little spicy. It's got a little kick. It's not, but it's still kind of fruity.
This is actually probably the best
All right,
whiskey I've had
Eric,
this
what
year.
you saw?
The Jameson?
You saw approximately
Very smooth.
15 bandits. They look to be a mix of Elazin,
I gotta try
Hayur,
this
and
scotch.
Mikote.
Just a little bit.
Oh,
But
I speak
Kote.
Elzin.
Well, fine.
I can speak
Uh,
Elzin.
Time for some catricide.
Oh my god.
I speak
Yeah.
clapping fists.
Yeah.
There's 5 different languages in one.
Muscle wizard cast fist.
Or the big one Gandalf with the AK-47, like when your wizard runs out of spell slots.
I haven't seen that.
Or no, it's when your wizard fighter runs out of spell slots.
I saw an animation where it's a wizard and he's wearing his robes. He's like, oh, I seem to be out of spell slots. He rips off his robe. He's completely ripped. He's like, let's show you how we did it back in my day. I love that one. All right, so go away.
Love you, Bob. You can stay.
Those I haven't seen those
Let's
Highlander
go outside.
movies in
It's
so
so good.
long.
Oh, they're remaking it, aren't they?
They are.
The Highlander? I wouldn't be surprised.
I just remember I used to watch them with my cousin all the time when I was
Because
like
they're so
8.
bad.
You talking about
So
the TV
good.
show or the movies?
The movies.
Both. Yes.
The movie show I liked, or the TV show I liked. Anyway,
Solid 90s kid.
Well, you'd say that's
Yeah.
like.
Alright,
So,
I'm just gonna yell out.
also,
Oh, yeah.
you see another Gubu rider. So another of those big plant monsters with somebody riding it, and you saw two cactuars basically being prodded by the bandits out of a cage towards you.
Oh, I totally thought you were going with the mouth ones, the big stinky mouth ones.
The Ochus?
Malboros.
Oh, no Malboros. No, I said you saw them recently. Like I meant Gold
Well,
Saucer.
I thought we had like seen mini versions at the Gold Saucer and like the in the Vermilion.
Yeah, it wasn't one of them.
No, I didn't have any Malboros.
No, well then I just misremembered.
No.
Alright, I'm just gonna shout down to everybody.
Oh yes.
Guys, we got 15 soon-to-be corpses, 1 rider guy, and a couple of those cactuar things.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Well, Kavahag, it seems we must away with our violence. On their horizon is death. On our horizon is another day of remembering those we have killed.
Can I calculate how long we've got until they arrive?
You've got a couple of rounds before
Not
they.
too-
I would say
not in your face.
3 or 4 rounds before
PD
they're
is not smoky.
before they're within melee range. About 3 to 4 rounds. They can get into ranged weapon range within about 2 rounds.
So they're like, what, 120 foams or something?
Roughly.
Oh, what's the longbow range?
I was gonna say, I feel like Fifi's range increments are fireball or not, and those are the only 2 increments.
I'm good.
They're about 120 foams away.
How perfect.
Okay. So, I mean, who hasn't acted this round?
I have not acted in round 2.
Yeah, round 2. Should we just roll in
Deus has not either,
yet.
because you got You jumped out in round 1.
Yeah, but in round 2 I shot. I was the first.
Right. That's right. My bad.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, you guys need to go.
Has Omega done anything for round 2?
I threw my stick.
She threw a stick.
So at the end of this round, we'll roll initiative. But
Okay.
You go. I'm just gonna shoot. So.
I'm surprised
I'm
you all
also
got out of
shooting.
this without falling into the water.
Well, some of us
Hey,
chose.
I was
Kevin has
totally
yet-
expecting it to be just Millie and Kevin on the bridge while everyone else was dealing with the
Me
water.
too. And then I expected Kevin to grab you and jump off.
It might still happen.
Okay, so they are 120 feet from Fifi, which puts them 90 feet from Millie because she was 30 feet ahead
Yes.
through the vaulting.
You're very dexterous, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if I cast Entangle, it's not going to mess with you too much.
Unless I roll very poorly.
Okay, because I don't have...
What class are you?
Ranger Arcanist.
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 So the arrangement of
shit. Sorry,
these...
strength.
Yeah, no, fuck that. The arrangement of the banditos, are they on the bridge or are they still at the end of the bridge?
They are basically they're not at the end of the bridge, they're not on the bridge, they are on the wide open portion on the other side of the bridge.
So
but they're headed in your direction.
How long is the bridge and how wide?
You've got about like another 90 feet on the bridge.
Okay, so the bridge is 90 feet long.
The remainder of it is 90 foams. But
90
yes,
foams, and how wide is it?
it's about 10 foams, which is why it's single lane.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why you have to crash into.
Okay, so basically, if this is the bridge, my little dice tower here,
Yes.
we're down here, they're up here, but they are not yet on the bridge. They are kind of in a little periphery around the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, not even that close if Fifi was the only one that can see them. So.
Well, yeah, because if this is
take 2 rounds. To
if
get
this
to
is
this
120 feet to Fifi, then Millie would be here because she's 30 feet closer, and then the bandits are just kind of chilling around the end of the bridge, Yeah,
Fifi's in the air though.
But in the air vertically, not.
Yeah.
She's not any closer to them than.
I assume that's what she meant.
Yeah. Okay. Then. Yeah, Millie will just take a shot at. Where's the second rider?
He's further back in the group. It's like he just mounted up and got himself strapped in while everybody else is starting to charge.
About how far out?
He's for all intents and purposes 150 foams, while the rest are 120.
Okay, well then Millie will move 30 feet closer and take a shot with her 120 foam nut blaster.
So you're moving closer and you're shooting at the rider. Blast. So Fifi shouted down to you what there was. Can you see 150 feet away? Can you see 120 feet away?
I mean, there is no restrictions on line of sight if outside of darkness. And 120 feet, that's less than a football field.
No, I get that. I'm just saying it's not exactly a straight line either, because there's hills and shit that they would have been hiding behind. I'll allow it. It's not like a flat plane on the opposite side.
Okay, well, then
So they have cover.
What is the closest bandito
No,
with?
I said I'll allow it. It's fine.
Well, I'm changing my mind because I realize there's a restriction on a move I want to do. The closest bandit with a ranged weapon.
120 feet currently.
Okay, cool. Then she'll stay where she is at exactly 120 feet away. She'll use her bonus action to do steady aim, which means she cannot move this round.
Okay.
And then take a shot with her nut blaster at advantage.
Okay.
Because that's what the steady aim does.
Yeah. But it means you can't move.
Correct. Yeah, can't move.
No, that's the rogue.
Yeah, I dropped the chip on the phone. Just threw it away.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Gotta make better choices.
Fuck.
I'm just so happy.
Okay, yeah, so that is a 23.
Okay.
That misses.
That's the BBEG.
Go ahead and roll damage.
The whole crowd.
Okay, so that's nut blaster, which is a D12 plus my sneak attack of 2d6.
Oh, those are rounds.
Let's get fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, Christian bought them for me.
Wow.
So all my sneak attack dice are always the bullets.
Wow, thanks for bringing up.
Don't say that because he will.
Okay,
Please don't.
that's solid. So that's 9, 13, 17, 22.
22 gives you advantage.
All right. From your range with your steady aim looking down your sight, you have a sight on that, right? Like
Yeah. I mean, it has iron sights, not a scope.
No scope. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you
60 no scope.
David has the
Spins
scope.
around.
360
Yeah,
no
jump.
scope.
I land on my head and blam.
GG nub.
Throw it right on my chalkboard. Just leave it on the ground. GG nub, and then just start picking people up.
Well, more or less, you did just, GG nub this guy, because that's all that's left of his head is the nub. As he more or less just blasted his head off. There are now 14 bandits.
Death follows us everywhere, Kavahog. Even the girl is killing.
Out of curiosity, what was the species of that particular?
That was a hire.
Cool. I haven't committed captricide yet.
A big hand comes out of the sky and says, "You've been reported for BM. You are going to be banned from servers."
There is suspicion you're using an aimbot.
It's like, wait, pause everything. Why am I suddenly in jail? No, if in Final Fantasy, if you are in, if you get in trouble for doing something, a GM will pull you out of whatever you're doing. Like, you don't see him pull it out, your screen just goes to black, and when it comes up, you're in a jail cell with no windows or doors, and then the GM just appears out of nowhere and says, in roleplay, so I assume you know why you're here, or something along those lines.
How does he know this?
I've seen videos.
In
Final Fantasy XI, I was pulled into GM jail before. But not in 14.
We're playing with a felon.
I gambled yes, it was for gambling, but it wasn't because I was in trouble for gambling. Here's a quick story. Final Fantasy XI, there was a Kraken Club. Somebody got a Kraken Club. If you remember when I told you the story about this, it was going for 25 million gil at the time. Somebody brought it to my casino, bet it to me, and my maximum is I'll let you do 5 million per roll, but this gets you 25 million credit. That's a lot at the time, right? They lost all 5 rolls in a row, right? And they're like, cool, thanks, and left. Little did I know, they got that from their guild that day, and their guild's like, hey, we just gave this item to them, and they threw it away, essentially, gambled it away to somebody else. So the GM pulled me into jail and said, hey, that Kraken Club apparently didn't belong to the person that gambled with you. We're going to need it back.
That's not how gambling works.
I'm like,
buddy.
All right, whatever. So they took. I didn't have a choice. They took it out of my inventory. But that's my story of why I was in jail in Final Fantasy XI. Son of a bitch.
I love the gambling house you guys set up in that.
Oh, it was great. It was great. I had a 65% chance of winning on every roll.
Pretty low.
Basically, it's whoever rolls highest between 0 and 1,000 wins, but if I roll 0 to 99, I win no matter what you roll. That's my house edge.
0 to 99, like so. You have a 10% chance of automatic win.
Yes. And if they wanted to do low, like if they wanted to see who rolls lower, then my advantage was on 900 to 999. But yeah, and people played all the fucking time, and before my character was even level 32, which is nothing, I had over 32 million gil. And then I decided to start leveling up. Yeah. It was a lot. Okay. That was way back when. That was like 2004.
Good old days.
2005, maybe. I was right out of high school. Okay, so back to the game. Sorry for the tangent. I just love telling those stories. Millie just owned a noob. I believe we still have Harry.
Yeah. Alright, so do we want to avoid ranged combat or melee combat with them?
I mean, we have yet to see any indication that they have any melee capabilities other than the Gubu Rider.
Right.
Gubu Riders.
Okay. So then, I guess I'll give us some concealment. So we'll cast Fog Cloud on our end of the bridge. So basically, heavily obscure it, and we can just kind of pop out, shoot, pop back in.
Okay.
And then
plus 5 AC?
That's very hairy.
Well, Kavahag, it seems we must away into the smoke, and from the smoke shall be death for our enemies. Oh, by the way, go down and handle our friend Kevin. So I'll send the owl down, who can cast heal just in case.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay, so there's now a white owl?
It's a white owl with the left wing is at the tip all brown, but it kind of speckles all the way up. Oh, and before Kavahag, we must remove the hood. Take the hood off, and rather than having the normal 2 eyes of an owl, there's a single
That's a Cyclops owl?
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
I got a picture of it.
Did you make it?
No, but it looks like this.
Dude, that was it moved. But,
Oh, it moved.
But that was sick. I saw the picture before it changed, but it was a
Plan.
show that. It's
Oh, I'm gonna put it in chat. I'll put it in the.
There you go.
And then, heavily obscured is blind.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I found it in a apparently official 5e book
So.
of Fey Familiars.
Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
And I'm going to roll once for bandits.
Nice job, me.
Cool. 19.
I'll take that. 18 plus 4. 22. Oh, it's so different than Amelia with her usually like 1 to 3 initiative.
She's just calculating.
Wow, that's a great roll.
I think it was just used to being waited on. She's like, oh yeah, I have to take charge on this.
I'm not rolling that dice. Much better.
Yeah, that is 13.
And Amelia has 2,000 engaged charges. Look at that.
Okay. 20 plus.
23.
23?
22. You rolled 19. 18.
You know, high rolls up front.
Yeah. And then 1s for the rest of the session. It's so nice to have a dexterity character, though.
Yeah.
I just wish there was, like, how you can get proficiency in perception. I wish you could get proficiency in initiative.
They don't have improved initiative? Oh no,
They
it's
have
a
anybody else
pride
over 20
or
that's like-
alertness or something.
We have Deus and
They do
Heal.
have 1. I think it is alertness.
I think that's it, right?
15 plus.
18.
20. Oh, excuse me, 19.
Alert. Plus 5 initiative.
Plus 5. Yeah. Well, that's better than being proficient.
I don't know what.
Well,
It's more consistent.
I don't know what Liam O'Brien's done with his third character in Critical Role, but he has a 26 passive perception.
What the fuck?
I think he cheats.
Oh no, it's because he has a shield that gives him both advantage and plus 5 on perception check. He has a
I
sentinel
haven't
shield.
watched like any of the new season yet.
Apparently,
There was a TPK
something
last-
I don't know
Right.
what happened.
Yeah, bad things
I want-
happen.
YouTube knows I kind of like the Indian.
Something crazy happened. I'm relatively spoilerless.
I'm gonna start
Relatively.
listening. I'm gonna start listening to it while I'm at work and doing work.
No, I've been trying to
Oh, you're doing work, yes.
I wasn't saying instead of doing work. Everybody listens to music and shit. I usually listen to the news.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch it because Lena's seen the first like 3 episodes, so I'm trying to like get her on this season. But now I'm 30 episodes behind
The first of the first season?
Who had
of
18?
season 3, the new one.
Harry, 18.
Oh, 13. 13.
Sid had 18.
Sid had 18.
Sid. Okay, 10 plus.
13.
Alert is a good feat. It just
13
doesn't.
for
Yeah,
Vicky also.
So
Yeah.
13 for Harry,
monk,
13
Zotani,
for
cleric
Cleric jump
Zotani
in
had
and-
24 passive
Yeah, a
a
perception.
little bit
Yeah,
quicker.
I will.
If you're cross talking.
Hold on, just wait for it. Wait for it.
5 plus.
5.
Not 5 plus.
On the cusp.
Barely made it.
Almost didn't go.
This is like getting a 61 in physics.
Sherman, what did you roll?
Oh no.
I haven't heard
Oh,
you.
1.
Oh my god. 1 total?
I rolled a 2, and I've got a -1 for initiative.
You don't need initiative.
You sound so happy about it.
So happy.
You're just aloof.
Better than a 0.
Fashionably late to the
A -1 is better than a 0?
No. Having a total of 1 is better than a total of 0.
I'll just enthusiastically dangle.
What was that?
I'll just enthusiastically dangle.
I mean, kind of are. Also, that sounded strangely sexual. Alright,
Consultative, enthusiastic
It's
thing.
Lieutenant Dangle's like secret OnlyFans account. Enthusiastically Dangle.
and all of his pictures, even when he's half naked, he's still wearing the cutoff shorts.
And the boots.
Yeah.
His new, what?
Never
New
knew.
boot goofing. There we go. Such a fun show.
It was. Okay, so Deus,
Not the guy from Forrest Gump.
you're up first.
Okay, so can I see the Goobu with my Hawkeye goggles?
What'd you call it?
Very
My
different.
Hawkeye goggles?
No, what'd you call the monster?
The Goobu?
Oh, I thought you said Jubu. I'm like, the fuck? I swear I heard Jubu.
I stopped concentrating on
curls. I
Right.
assumed I shouldn't have.
Wow, he's wearing a yarmulke. The yarmulke's the writer.
It's wearing like a tarp.
Okay, can you see the Gubu? Same thing with Millie. It's 150 feet away. Can you see 150 feet?
Yes, because my Hawkeye goggles, I can
She,
see 4 miles.
you can see her, or you can see it rather. But
I didn't assume gender.
It and the writer on top of
Very
it
progressive.
have like half cover because they're like obscured behind a range of rocks.
Well, that's exactly perfect.
Do you ignore half cover?
Yeah, sharp course.
Everything except total cover.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just telling you what it's like.
No, I appreciate it because now I know that my feet's paying off.
Who are you aiming
It's
at?
like, that's
Gubu.
sweet.
Not the writer.
Not the right, I'm trying to kill the Goobies.
He's gonna curve the bullet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Oh my god, that pissed me off so much in the trailer.
Yeah, so I'm switching over to Archimedes. I'm gonna lever in a round again.
Archimedes is your sniper rifle?
Yeah, that's my lever action Winchester.
That looks cool.
The 2d10.
No, that's the elephant gun.
Elephant gun.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you saw that,
I
right?
saw that. I'm like,
Yeah, just reading his
he's
character
reading
sheet.
his character
Okay,
sheet.
so 20 and 14.
20 and 14?
Yeah.
2 shots.
The 20 hits.
Okay.
Let's see. Wait, do you have your guns named on your sheet?
Palm pistol. I'm sorry.
No, I have the
Oh,
types,
okay. So yeah, because I have this just the name of my guns, as opposed to the type of the gun. So it's like it's Infantia or Nut Blaster or Glitz and Glam. Those are my hidden pistols.
Glitz and glam.
13.
The ankle derringers.
13.
I also have
13 damage.
on
Okay,
this little chart.
you just hear it. Those of you who are
Pistol,
within
pistol,
the smoke
pistol.
cloud. Wait, you're in the smoke cloud.
Because rogue.
Smoke cloud.
Yeah,
You can. Fog cloud. I mean, if this is the bridge, right? Here's our side. This is them. They're coming here. I did it sort of at the end, so you should be able to move out of it, shoot, and then come back in.
Oh, okay, well then I would do that.
Fog cloud. All
It's
right.
a 15-foot radius.
Okay.
And fog cloud.
Like 20
You
or
move
something.
out of the fog cloud, quickly get the Gubu in your sights, and you look around, you glance around, see what else is there, and then just focus.
You can't.
Take a
not-
deep breath in, breathe
That's
out.
just a
As you
rope.
breathe
I
out,
know,
you
but
pull the trigger,
you
and
can't
you
take advantage.
slow motion see the bullet
Fly a
fly
different way.
and just thread its way through a range of rocks and smack the Gubu on the side. Nice hit.
Thank you.
Well, the Gubu does not seem to even notice or care that you hit it. It doesn't change its movement or its momentum.
20-foot radius. So you can get 10 foot.
A big,
Move
Yeah.
20 feet out to or 25 feet out and then 5 feet back in.
I'm trying to think of a plant pun to make with
Or
that.
Deus, no, your movement's 35, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Most to do about nothing.
Can't
Yeah,
concentrate.
yeah,
I was gonna say, come at me, grow, but
There
that didn't
you
really
go.
work.
Deus has 35 movement or
Okay.
30.
35.
Yeah, so you move 25 feet out and then 10 feet back in.
Which is fine.
If you wanted to move back into the cloud.
No.
'Cause it's a 20 foot radius.
Yeah, I'd
cloud.
move back into the cloud. I would just step out, shoot, and go back into the smog.
Enjoy the heavy.
Fog.
Okay, that Kubu that you just hit immediately turns around like faster than the rider is ready for. You see the rider kind of ragdoll a little bit, and then it just looks right through the rocks where your smoke cloud is, and it barrels straight through, knocking over the rocks as it goes. So the makeshift cover that they made, which was not a natural occurrence, breaks through that. You just see it explode outwards. Now there's a little bit of dust behind them, obscuring them, and it's charging straight forward at you. Now, those of you who are on the bridge, something strange happens to you for the first time. You begin to have an out-of-body experience where you suddenly, everything slows down, everything gets quiet.
This isn't strange for Harry. Well, come on, it's happening again.
The jazz
You
piano
see?
plays in the distance.
You actually don't have this experience.
Oh.
You just reminded me, so thank you.
Why is everyone moving in slow motion?
Well, it seems they're all taking a liking to
You're
us.
experiencing slow motion.
But
it's
that'd be
not-
really,
yeah.
from his perspective.
You suddenly notice an area around you, like a 20-foot radius around you, just a very dull, but suddenly brightening and then dulling again, orange color. like on the ground around you.
Is that around each person or around the group?
It's centered in one spot in your smoke cloud.
Okay. Well, because Millie's not in the smoke cloud.
Right.
Because she's further ahead.
You're ahead.
That's fine, but you had the same feeling. You had that out of body experience, and you know where.
Gotcha.
Where
You've sensed the...
Well, I mean, I can
not
see
have
it
it when she's
through the
flying?
cloud.
No, you have it also, Fifi. I meant anybody who's, like... Actually, you know what? Sid and Sherbin also have the same vision as an
Okay.
out-of-body experience.
So what do we see?
You basically see a circle in the center of the bridge, in the center of the smoke cloud, about a 20 foam radius, and it looks to be a softly glowing and then dimming and then glowing again orange color.
I have a theory.
Can I Arcana check what that might be?
Yes, you may.
This is an AoE effect. We need to move.
It's the ground is lava.
This is the hit indicator. This is about to be where we're at.
I rolled a
But are the arrows going
17
inwards or outwards?
It's not a fair marker. Fuck. What was that?
I rolled a 17 plus 7, so 24.
You have no idea what this experience is.
Damn! Wow.
So we're gonna need nat 20.
Nah, I'll just tell you right now, Nat 20 wouldn't have even done it. This is not something you've ever read about. It's not something you've ever experienced. So, you're suddenly back, and everything's back to how it was before. It was a very strange feeling, but you don't feel ill by it. You don't feel off. It's not like off-putting. And then suddenly, as you're back in your own bodies, anyone who could see the Gubu sees that as it's barreling forwards, it rears its head back, opens its mouth, and then shoots like a ball of snot out of its mouth directly at the bridge. And it's headed right for that spot. It's midair right now, which means you've got like a round before it hits. The Gubu's still charging forwards.
Fifi in the air.
Oh no.
Just because they loft outside, it's bigger than she is. Just blah.
See, the way I see it is Fifi decides to fireball it so it catches flame and then still lands where it was.
All right, now we're doing double damage.
Yeah.
It was actually napalm, snot napalm, and now it's inflamed.
Yes. I love the smell of snot napalm in the morning. All right.
Can't believe it's not napalm.
Millie.
I had a joke, but I
can't top that one.
I can't top it.
I'm thirsty. Can I have an Arnold Napalmer? Sorry, it's the first thing that came to my head. All right, so Millie, the Gubu is barreling down on you, but it's not hitting you yet. But it seems to be moving, full speed towards the bridge, and you're in its way.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So it's not towards me; it's through me.
Yes, and it's your turn.
How far out is the Gubu now?
You just charged 60 feet.
Okay, so it's 90-ish feet from them, 60 from me.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, Millie will open up with a dazzling dance, and she's going to designate Deus as dance partner for this, because she's got 2 charges to work with. Yeah, fuck it. She's going to burn an advantage on that because she's had 2 inspiration in her pocket for pages. Wow.
That one?
It got worse.
Was that that one?
No. So, with advantage, you get the higher. Fucking she'll add the d4 to that. Better. 20 on performance.
To
versus perception.
Right, to distract it, right?
No, it's basically any attacks that would hit Millie have disadvantage if they don't pass her dance check.
And I don't roll it now, I roll it when they try to attack you. Right?
I mean, it's when they have their turn.
I'm just trying to see what the word
Yeah,
is.
if they're choosing to attack Millie, they have to roll if their perception check beats her dance or not.
And if it does beat it, then they are not slighted by you.
Yeah, and by extension, I would not have advantage on my attack against them.
Okay, but if they fail, then they can't attack you?
No, if they fail, they have disadvantage, and I have advantage.
Sorry, it's been a little while since we did combat. So.
Yeah. So I would roll for the Gubu because I'm gonna.
Pour me like a finger and a half of whiskey.
I'm gonna shoot the Gubu. So if you want to roll the perception for the Gubu.
because you're trying to hit it.
Yes.
This is the dice that has rolled less than 6 for me this entire session, so let's see how this goes.
Consistent.
Sweet.
Oh, was it an 18, right?
The goddamn Kraken dice, it was a 2.
Oh,
All right, so that's advantage on the shot with the 60 feet. Yeah, so Millie's gonna scoot 10 feet closer because she's not within the fog cloud. So for Infantia, with advantage, that is cocked.
That is good.
That is
kind of nice little burn.
21 to hit the
got a
Gubu.
good burn.
What?
It's got a good burn.
21 to hit the Gubu.
21 hits.
Alright. Attack and damage. That is a 6, 8, 9, 4, 5, 9, 15, 18, 24, 28 damage to the Gubu.
Okay.
Fight breaks out and Kevin once again.
You strike the Gubu in the shoulder, and you see like a little plant that was growing out of it seems to be uprooted out of it and goes flying off. So there's like an entire chunk of its shoulder missing now, and you just completely fucked with the plant. Good job. Sweet.
And then she'll scoot to the edge of the bridge so that if the Gubu wants to go past her, it can go past her because it's not 10 feet wide, right?
You did just shoot her. No, it's not 10 feet wide. It's like, it's a large creature, so technically it takes up 10 feet.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
But you're still on the bridge.
And the bridge is exactly 10 feet wide. Yeah, she'll just go to the side of the bridge just to be safe-ish.
Jump off if I need to.
If I need to, yeah.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
You also see the snot flying through the air, like over your head.
Gross.
Yeah. A little bit of it drips on you.
But yeah, so that was movement, action, bonus action.
No one's unscathed.
Yeah. Okay. Kevin, you are up. Sid, you're on deck.
So Kevin's going to click his rocket boots and
Okay, I was
fly
just about to
faster.
tell you.
Fall faster.
I was just about to tell you,
Oh, fast.
you're about 90 feet from the river.
Oh, do I see the beast called again?
The Gubu?
Oh yeah, the goober. Do I see the goober?
You do see it impaled upon some rocks below.
Oh, okay. Then I want to like click my rock fleet to like slow myself down, to use all of my action to go grab my sword, and then fly back.
Okay. As you're getting ready to land, the rest of the carriage tumbles down and smashes into the water and just breaks apart in a spectacular show. And then the pieces of the carriage begin floating down the river. No sign of the driver. Beg your pardon?
I can't see any blood. He's not sure if everyone got out of the carriage alive.
You don't see any blood. You do see green Gubu blood kind of leaking from the rocks that it's impaled upon into the river.
Got it. Goober blood.
Yes. And then slowly, after you land and pull your sword free from the Gubu's head, you see the two living and one dead chocobo land slowly in the water, and then they begin floating on it as they're getting carried down the street.
Oh, there they go.
Waterfowl.
I leave.
You're cutting out, and I can't hear you.
Okay, I will leave and I start flying back up to the bridge.
You're flying up to the bridge? You're cutting out real bad. But I think we understood what you're saying. Okay. What happened?
Oh, I can't hear him.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. He's dead.
Sorry, rebooting.
He's not popped out yet.
Okay. Well, he's flying up towards the bridge. Sid, before your turn, you see a little cloud of dirt being kicked up from where the bandits were. And something going like this is charging towards you.
Oh, no.
And the arms, it looks like it's just two frames animated one after the other. It's
Oh,
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I like it. That's pretty cool.
Like the visual.
Yeah, and it's the cactuar, one of them, which looks like it's been severely abused, is running towards your group at tremendous speed. It's able to go 90 feet in one round.
Sorry, is this better? Can you guys hear me fine now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm flying back up to the bridge. I think you got that.
I did get that.
Okay, cool.
Eat Doritos.
Okay. It is going to indiscriminately around it after going 90 feet. Everything within a 30-foot radius must make a dexterity saving check. So I think that's everybody, except for Fifi, who's higher.
And
If
Cherubin's
it's within
lower.
30 feet of the group,
Yeah, would that not affect
It
Sherbin
flies-
and Sid and Kevin?
Sherbin and Sid, you're fine. The three of you are fine.
So everyone who's not following makes a
So what do we
dexterity
need to
save.
do? Oh,
Dexterity saving check. Yeah, this
Right
thing
on
just
the
lapped
rim.
the Goobu. It like ran right past the Goobu towards you guys.
Oh, jeez.
right? Yeah. So it went 90 feet down to put it within 30 feet of everyone, which means Millie is 10 feet in front of it.
More or
like
less.
it's like it's
Yeah,
Millie.
it
10
zoomed
feet.
past you.
Yeah.
You said safe, right?
I did say dexterity saving.
Okay, cool. So I'm
Oh
17.
no.
17?
No, 24. No, I rolled for disadvantage, but I don't have disadvantage on saves, just skill checks.
So 24.
24.
19.
12.
15.
Okay, and Fifi, you don't have to roll. So I think that's you rolled a 12 and a 15. Okay, the two of you failed your roll. The two of you succeeded in your roll. So you take half damage unless you have evasion. For this? Okay. This is, it shoots 100 needles all around it. So it shoots out 100 of its needles at all of you. And this is going to be piercing damage. Holy shit.
There's only 25 needles each. We can do it.
The needles they're penetrating. So they go through.
They're also homing, so the fact that it missed the first two of you means it doubles up on the rest of us. That is a cool mechanic. Now that I mention it, that'd be an interesting mechanic for an attack that it does an AOE damage, but the targets that save are actually redirecting the damage back on the players who didn't save.
I do like that idea. Thanks, Jimmy. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. I'm gonna put that in my campaign.
We're all dead.
I'm just gonna kill more of your shipmates. Okay, fun stuff. I did not have enough dice in one bag.
That's always fun.
Troubling.
But, yeah, and ominous. We know it's a problem when we run out of Warhammer dice to use. Because it's 20d6 in those little packages.
Y'all got fucking lucky. 16 points of damage to each of you. 8 points of damage to you guys.
Cool. It's only half my health.
Yep. 100 needles is it's like a breath weapon. It has a recharge, but yeah.
The one boss on one of the dungeons doesn't he have like million needles? It take like several rounds to charge. And 14.
Oh yeah, there is one of those, and by doing damage to it or hitting an interrupt ability, then it starts from 0.
But you can get up to like
It's actually pretty cool.
It's a TPK if you don't interrupt it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And you have specific abilities that will like interrupt an ability or spell cast. Okay, so now Sid, you are up. Harry, you're on deck.
Yeah.
All right. I will swing over and go to catch Sherbin from the grasping vine.
How are you swinging over?
I mean, I'm still dangling, aren't I?
Oh, duh. I'm sorry, I forgot about. Okay, so yes, in that case you are. You did feel a little bit of a tug at the rope, pulling you slightly upwards as Omega dodged out or tried to dodge out of the way of the attack, and so the rope pulled you a bit, basically.
I'm a porcupine.
Assuming you held on to it. Yeah.
I would have liked to.
Okay, that's fine.
I took 8 damage, right?
If I had remembered, I probably would have made you make
No,
a concentration check.
Millie right now.
Oh, damn. Poor
Oh
kitty.
my god.
What happened?
That's Millie right now.
Oh no! Is that like attacking the porcupine?
I think it's a cat.
No, it's a cat that rode up against a cactus.
Oh,
They're
no.
not deep though, it's just in the outer layer of fur.
That's still terrible. Poor kitty.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Luckily cat fur is dense.
you swing over and you basically slam into Sherbin up against the side of the bridge. So the two of you, like, it's a Sherbin sandwich between you and the bridge support.
Cool.
An
You're
open
helping,
face.
right? You're helping.
Helping.
Kevin helping.
Well, not as bad as Kevin.
Clearly, he's getting a second helping.
Yeah.
Oh. I think you should get advantage.
Let's see. I don't think there's really.
Oh, you get the grease.
I guess it's a shitty chair. All right.
I don't think there's really anything else I could do from dangling, so I'll just have tug on the rope to let Omega Noda start pulling.
We're ready.
That rope.
Bounce at us. All right, the two of you were able to see the chocobos land in the water at this point, and kind of just float away. But they didn't seem distressed, except for the one that was dead, who also didn't seem distressed because he's dead. All right.
So
Cool.
Remember me.
So that's it for you, Sid?
Yeah, I don't think I can't see anything up on top right now from where I'm at. So
Okay. It's Harry. You're up after the bandits. The bandits go.
Did the snot impact when I was in the bathroom or no?
No, this was the same round.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, it's the next round.
Yeah.
We get a chance to move it out of the way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a chance to go.
I mean, you had
Bask and praise the
Praise the
snot.
It's that
Praise the snot.
the start of the Gubu's next turn is when it lands.
Sure.
Yeah. But when you said you think it's telegraphing the attack, that's 100% what it is.
Got it.
It's very polite.
It's that one movie with Ian McShane where he's like in armor and there's a bunch of arrows coming and he puts his arms out like this and all the arrows miss him.
I don't remember that movie.
I think it was
but
American Gods.
I love it. Probably was.
No, it's always been American Gods.
because I love Ian McShane.
Yeah.
He's great. But no, I can't
Reminds me
remember
of
what that was.
American Gods scene.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
It makes me feel that. There was the one where the one dude gets shot full of arrows like in every spot of his body. When they're Anyway, you okay?
Hercules. That's the movie.
He was in Hercules.
Yeah, but there's a scene where he stands in front of a
What's
wall.
that? Old?
Yeah, it's like at least 10 plus years old, but like all the arrows miss him, but he's trying to die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Clash of
Oh, that's
Titans.
freaking ancient history, man. Was that movie in black and white? Did they have sound? 10 years ago. Wow.
Harry's
Wow.
in it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Harry is constantly in grayscale.
Oh, yeah.
Film
And
noir.
he has like a cloud of smoke that
When you get
follows him.
close, like within 10 feet, suddenly there's like smoke going
lots of
everywhere.
Slow jazz.
Oh yeah,
Slow saxophone.
Exactly,
Yeah.
slow saxophone's always playing in the back when you get close enough.
I love that.
That's why
If Millie gets
He's like
close enough
walking
for
down
some
the
she's wearing a red strapless dress, but then she walks out, she's wearing a normal dancer's outfit, just back and forth.
I love it.
You'll need my sunglasses at some point.
Okay, so the bandits all move forward. They all move forward 30 feet, and they're going to start shooting arrows at the group.
I like arrows.
So, there are 13 of them capable of shooting arrows right now. One of them is on the Gubu and cannot make an easy shot. So, we're going to say he rolls a disadvantage. So, first one.
Wait,
Wouldn't
Yes.
Wouldn't they all roll it?
And I was going to roll to see who it hits.
Oh, okay. Millie is the closest to all of it.
right.
Well, they're
Wouldn't
shooting
they-
at
Millie's the only one who's on the bridge, right?
Millie, actually,
Well,
yeah,
we're on the
Millie's
bridge.
the only one actually visible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're shooting
Well,
into
so's
the smoke
Len
cloud.
Fifi.
Oh, and
Evie's up. Millie's
So if
like,
they're shooting into the smoke cloud, wouldn't they
This
all
is
be
the
rolling a
bridge.
disadvantage?
like, we're all back here. Millie's
Yes, they
here.
would.
Lamfifi's up here, right?
Right.
You're right, they would. So they'd all be rolling a disadvantage because they're shooting into a smoke cloud.
Right. And if they're
Oh,
shooting
it's
at the smoke
heavily
cloud, then they're not
obscured.
shooting at Millie or the Amfifi. It's going to be random.
All of it's
They're
going towards
shooting
the-
at the cloud.
Yeah, because they assume that that's where the biggest threats are.
Still -5?
Ignoring the little cat lady that just blew off someone's head.
They didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
Too quick.
I mean,
quick.
you literally shot the one person who stuck his head out, and nobody else saw it, and then you moved out of the way. And
Like the
then,
World War I trenches where someone puts out.
yeah.
Okay, so
Remember, I also
disadvantage.
said that they had a smoke cloud behind them because the goo broke through the rocks and the rubble.
And there's two cacti, right?
You've seen one.
Well, you mentioned we
Fifi
saw
saw
two.
a second one.
Oh, okay.
You've seen one so far. So yeah, they're not shooting at Fifi because Fifi's a Lalafell and they're not really looking up. And then not shooting at you necessarily because whatever. You're in a skimpy outfit on a bridge. They're not assuming that you're going to be doing damage.
I'm just there for moral support, I swear.
So they're shooting into the smoke cloud where they assume that the threats are. The first one is going to be a sure miss.
Okay, so everyone has disadvantages.
Yes, this one's also a miss. What's the lowest AC among you?
I'm currently at 14 because I'm not wearing armor.
I have more than 14.
Oh, that's right, you don't have damage. Yeah.
Yeah, what? Oh, duh. Those are the only ones that are in the smoke cloud. 3 of you, right?
Yeah.
Did Kevin not get back up yet?
No.
Kevin went down faster.
Okay, that one actually will hit. That's an 18.
Yeah,
so
That'll
there's
hit anybody.
3 of you.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and then a 4 I reroll. 3. Harry, you get hit.
No.
This is...
My AC is 15.
That's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Ooh. I concentrate.
What does that do?
On his smoke
My
cloud.
spell. The fog doesn't dissipate.
Oh, okay, good.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind. I
Okay.
thought you were doing something else. Okay.
He's just surviving. That's
I'm just
Shit. That one's also really good. Okay, so rolling again. That's going to hit any of you. This one hits Deus for 6 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, a lot of damage. That's a short miss.
Sure.
That one hits.
Ben.
That one hits any of you.
Sure, Ben miss.
This one hits you.
Okay.
And it is 10 damage. Shit, I've rolled 2 8s and a 4. Okay.
You're like, wait.
That one's a miss. That one's a miss.
Not over half yet.
Yeah, I know. It's like you and Sherman. Sherman's like a brick house.
Oh, she's got so much health.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the scene I was thinking of. But the only one that this would hit would be Deus, so I have to roll a 2 to hit you. Otherwise,
Sherbin, how much health do you have?
Max? You can look. What is it?
No, can't tell.
Yeah.
Who was a 2 before he kicked everything?
Yeah. Okay, that is 9 points of damage.
9 points. Okay.
That was just incredibly unlucky for you. That's a miss. 2 more. Miss. Your fucking smoke cloud. That one's gonna hit any of you.
You're welcome.
Damn.
That's a 19.
Wow. Yeah, so Deus has how much max health? 73?
This is Harry again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Omega
Harry,
70.
Sorry, Omega 70. Sherbin has
4 points
70.
of damage. You got lucky.
Because
Nat
Sherbin
nat
went with high
20
con,
on my
and her
concentration
subclass
check.
gives her 2 extra health
That's to your
levels.
group.
Because she's supposed to be like the front line support.
20.
No, that's honestly my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah,
thing in
yeah.
the final form in this source book that we're using is that
I'm
there's
busy
several
still in my
subclasses that just
monologue
give
to the owl.
flat
so
HP
I don't even notice I
bonuses
get
for picking that.
Harry, you are up. Land Fifi on
All
deck.
right, so I'm in the smoke cloud, and a porcupine ran up to us.
A porcupine?
The
Cactus.
The cactus.
Yeah.
Oh, cactus.
It ran. It's about 30 feet from your.
Okay. So I mean, like, okay, again, just this is the bridge. Here's where we are. Smoke cloud. There's a cactus and an ogre,
More or less.
more or less. Okay, I think
Wait.
The ogre's 30 films behind it.
I think we want to go for the.
Don't I get to
ogre.
go?
Did you're
You rolled a
I'm,
1,
I'm
right?
13.
Yeah, I rolled a
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, just still the same round.
I got
It's still the same round? Okay.
I got a more than one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big. It's a lot of enemies and a lot of you. So.
Okay.
What do I know about Genbu? Are they smart? Are they dumb?
Genbu's not here.
Oh, Genbu's dumb.
Gooboo.
Gooboo's are slightly smarter.
Genbus are.
Less creepy.
They have like an intelligence of 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Are they particularly
Less
like?
prone
Do they
to
have any
flirt with
natural
18-year-old
enemies?
girls.
Are they scared of anything?
Not particularly. They're kind of the apex predator. of
Okay,
the
so
planet.
my plan would be to create an illusion of something to scare it, but
No, if you've seen one of them in person, you know that they don't have a lot.
I'll
of,
just be boring, and I'm going to just shoot the Gooboo. Actually, I'm
You
gonna.
have a gun too?
I have a bow.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pop into the smoke and kind of hide,
Okay.
and then pop out, shoot it, pop back in.
Okay.
So can I do that? So stealth check for advantage, or
No, I
Going
think going
into
into the
stealth.
smoke would give you.
okay?
Well, yeah, because taking a hide action is an action.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
rogues
thought-
get the bonus
that's
action.
Oh, is it?
Right.
I thought. Okay, I thought.
So-
L. Oh, maybe that's just
Weren't
L.
you
It's like
already
L's
in the smoke?
I was in the smoke.
Yeah, so by default,
I'm just trying to
You would just need to
squeeze
pop out,
advantage.
shoot it, and then go back.
I'm just trying to squeeze
Yeah.
out advantage.
You
Do
can
I get
have
advantage? Okay. So
it's
then-
one of the stupid areas in 5th edition where the rules is written as
Uh,
stupid because it would technically be you have disadvantage
Yeah.
because you're shooting out of smoke, and then you have advantage because you're shooting a target that can't see you.
Right.
So it
you have
cancels out.
no. So 18 for the first attack, and 20 for the second attack.
Both of them hit.
Yeah.
And you're shooting again at the Gugu.
At the goob. Ooh.
Okay.
So this will be 12, 18, 21 damage. 3 of that is psychic damage.
It suddenly becomes very depressed.
Ranger?
I'm a Fey Ranger, so I just get an extra D4
Yeah.
every round, which is cool.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it for Harry?
That, and then pop back into the cloud. Kabahag is still flying down. I guess Kevin is like...
Kevin landed.
Oh, he's
and now he's
landed?
already on his way back up.
Oh, okay. Kabahag will start
Do you get his
flying
sword
back.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's it.
Okay. Lanfifi, you are up. Omega's on deck.
Alright, so how far are they all now?
So they are all 30 feet closer, so they're 90 feet from the group.
Damn right they are.
And you were about like what, 50 feet in the air? 50 volts in the air?
Yeah.
Am I still...
And how close are they to each other?
They're like all about 5 foams apart, roughly.
Okay, I'm gonna fireball all of them.
You can hit all of them?
I mean, it's a 20-foot radius, isn't it? So
that won't hit all of them. They're like lined up 5 feet apart, so you can hit a good group of them.
So 40 feet across, and they're 5 feet apart.
There's 13 of them.
I'm assuming they're not 5 feet apart in a line, right? They're kind of like in a...
No, they're kind of staggered. I'll say that you can hit 7 of them.
Alright, I'll hit 7 of them.
With fireball, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
What
I'll even up
Yeah, so I just move out.
You're doing what?
I'll even up
4th level spell slot instead of 3rd, so it does more damage.
Thank you. You cut out a little bit. I didn't see what you said.
Oh, if Harry's still in the snot splash, just moves out.
It literally takes up the entire smoke cloud.
Oh, that move behind the smoke cloud.
So you're running away after.
I'm running behind the smoke.
Okay.
So it still blocks line.
Yeah, it's still obscured, but just not snotted.
Okay. So I gotta roll dexterity checks. What am I beating?
What?
And I'm gonna roll once for all of them. That's a failure.
Alright.
Alright, Lanfifi, mass murderer.
We knew this.
They attacked us.
So nothing new.
What was that?
Hold on, I'm rolling. It's gonna be 43 damage.
Okay. You immediately vaporize 7 of them.
Do you guys want to keep coming? I'll fly up another, I don't know, 30 feet just to make it hard.
Okay. You're 30 feet higher. You're now 80 foams above the ground.
It was a big Frieza moment.
How many dice did you roll, Eric? Was that 8?
Well, then, Lanfifi, it seems you know what it is to cause death. You are now one of us creatures of violence.
Wait, you got a 43 with 9 dice? That's an amazing roll.
There it is.
Fucking yeah.
You took a picture of it?
That's that's so good.
Wow.
Okay.
How do I? Not that.
Oh, not Twitch. Discord. 3665516. Oh, wow.
Okay. So vaporizing 7 of the bandits. Fifi, you're done. However, out through the flames, just charging through the remainder of the
Through the
flames,
fire and flames.
just running at full speed is another cactuar. Comes pretty close to the other one. What? You just love the visual.
I love it, yeah.
You played the old games. You know that their sprites are literally
Cactuar movement
this.
is the best thing in the game.
Yeah. They literally have like 2 frames.
And I love so much that they kept that for 14. So it's pretty much just like,
Oh, yeah.
and then rotating.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
You can actually get a little emote that lets you do the Sabotan.
Oh, it's so
they like
it's so
spin
fun.
around. It's great.
Your character's like just this, and then
Yeah,
And then
it's pretty
rotates
great.
to the side.
What'd you get from Gold Saucer? Okay, the Cactuar, this Cactuar, let me look at my stats here. It's running straight up to Millie,
Oh, fun.
and it's gonna double slam you.
Let's get
Hold on.
that perception
I
check.
can maybe help you.
I love the Cactuar, the way that they did the stat block for the Cactuars here, because it's just like how they are in like the old games. Fucking hard to hit, very fast.
Yeah.
Perception check for the dance.
I guess it would have to. 20.
20 was what I rolled.
Oh, good. Wow, I was surprised.
So standard rolls, no disadvantage.
Oh, excuse me, it was 22.
Even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking straight at wisdom, not at perception, so it's like, oh.
You're not within 15 of me, right?
No, I'm like a good 50 feet away from him.
Okay, 2 attacks. Well, the first one's a 26, and the second one is a 16.
One hit.
Okay. 26, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
No.
18 is the armor class, so the 16 misses.
Ooh,
Don't say 40.
14 damage.
14?
Yes.
Exactly 14?
Exactly 14.
Millie had exactly 14 health, so she goes down to 1 and burns her tenacity.
Holy shit.
Okay.
And wow, I would have.
It just smacks
so
you,
annoying.
basically.
If it was a 13, then she'd have one more guaranteed hit.
Right. Well, that was its double attack, and it missed you at the second one.
So she is full of needles, more so than before.
Well, it says it's bludgeoning damage.
I feel like it's leaving needles in afterwards.
Yes, there'll be some leftover needles that technically did not do damage.
Like this dog that did a porcupine.
Omega, you're up. Sherbin on deck.
Okay, I'm going to run forward towards Millie, who I'm hearing just here.
Well, she can't make noise.
Oh, right.
So all you hear is an impact.
Here, 2 hits. One hit her, she hits the floor. So I'm going to...
You hear a cat's tail flicking angrily.
I'm going to use momentum, like start running forward, and then rip the fucking rope as hard as I can upward, trying to fling Sherbin and Sid up into into our level.
Use them like a flail.
Yeah, use them like a flail. Just like, whew, along with my
What am I
running.
going to call this? A strength check?
Yeah, because that'd be great, because then she could do something. Yeah.
So hopefully
Okay.
get him
I
out
feel like it
of there.
depends. Do you want the onus to be on this side or their side? Strength check versus strength save.
A strength check.
Yeah.
You can roll with advantage, though, because you have...
That's the good call right there.
You have,
You
I
are
was
one
going to say
strong.
you have the full group, but it's fine. Go ahead.
One strong thing.
Oh, thank God. So is it a save or just a check?
It's a check.
21.
Yeah.
The two of you are there. Sid, you realize that you're kind of squeezing Sherbin, and you look down to see where your hands are, and you get like bright red, and Sherbin's like looking at you like, seriously? But at the same time, you kind of had your arm around her, and then you suddenly feel a tug at the rope that you're holding, and then like your arm is pulled all the way up here, and you do all that you can to hold on to it as you and Sherbin are yanked off the side of the bridge. The vine that was holding Sherbin just snaps because you lost your concentration on it as you're being pulled, and then they go boom and land right back onto the bridge. Two of you take 4 points of damage as you land on the bridge, but you are now on safe ground.
And I wanted to be outside of the smoke now.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
The only reason I allowed more like that is because they essentially weighed half of
Amazing.
what they originally
Right.
weighed because of the slow fall.
Right.
So,
Let it play out together.
If anything, I'm going to. Can I slide into prone?
I kind of picture like trying to throw.
you're trying to slide into prone out of
Slide on the first.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious where they landed actually, because you were in the smoke cloud when you pulled them up.
Yeah, I would say so. I guess this is the bridge.
I'm gonna let you roll this.
Yeah.
You're gonna roll percentile die.
Okay.
If you get a 0 to 33, they land in front of the smoke cloud towards where Millie is.
Okay.
If you get a 34 to a 36, they're in the smoke cloud. And anything above that, they're behind it.
Okay, cool.
34 to 36?
34 to 66.
Got it.
Roll
I
a
was gonna say,
d6.
That's a really easy, really easy save. 65.
So they're in the smoke cloud.
They're in the smoke
Yeah.
just by 1%.
So the two of you land in the smoke cloud.
By the way, I did roll my percentile dice when I clicked on my rocket boots. So we're
Did
good.
you see if you exploded?
Yeah, I'll let you know if I explode.
Did you explode?
We're like,
No, 21. We're fine.
Turbin still has has room to move. Sid, I'm sorry.
So you're done with your turn. Sherman, you're up.
Alright, so I basically just got plopped into the smoke cloud, so I don't know what's going on around me, do I?
You can't see anything.
No.
Can't see anything. Okay.
And given that you were below the bridge before, you have no idea what the enemies are either.
yeah.
Yeah, I have
she
no
knows
idea what's
about
going on.
impact, though, because she had that vision.
You did, yes, you did have the vision about the impact.
So don't
Okay.
And you see
Do
yourself
that.
sitting basically exactly where you saw in your vision.
don't be there.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is
My stick's in there.
It's a Q-tip
sticking in the
now.
ground.
Reel it in.
I'll allow that as part of your movement.
Okay, cool. Reel in, grab my stick.
Sid, you feel it yanked out of your hand finally after you hit the
yeah.
bridge.
Alright, so for an action I'm going to roll wait, hold on to make sure that's not a double action.
Double action.
Get advantage if you name which one this is from.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going
Final
to
10.
I'm going to roll or
Tactics.
cast a card.
It's from
What's my card?
3. American 3.
No, 6. 6 is my guess.
Well, 6 is American 3.
Did you guess?
True.
Every single one of your drawings from Final Fantasy IX.
Final Fantasy 9.
Fuck, nope. I've played 6, I've seen clips of 7, and I played 14. That's it.
9 was underrated, but I liked it a lot.
Oh, I played part of 7.
I kept them alive.
What does exhaustion do?
Disadvantage.
Well, it depends on your levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Are you inflicting exhaustion on someone?
No.
Or so.
First
Sid-
level is disadvantage on skill checks.
Yeah.
Second
But
one is
none of
you
us
get
should have exhaustion
minus
except
It's
for
ability
Sid
checks.
and Deus right now.
Right.
Okay.
First is disadvantage on skill checks. Second is movement halved.
But
I think
Third
that's,
is attack.
Then it gets worse beyond that.
Saves.
Saves,
And then
yeah.
5th is like you're practically comatose.
And 6 is death.
And
so.
6 is death.
Is that really?
6 is dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is why I'm
Okay.
only serious about
So-
taking that.
So as an action, I draw a card. I draw the Ewer, which will temporarily provide one level. I'm going to pick up one level 2 spell slot, and I'm going to slap that on Sid. And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word. I don't know if those are real. Maybe I'm hoping there is.
You cut out a little
heard
bit.
healing
What was that?
She's saying mass healing word.
Mass healing word?
Yep, Mass Healing Word, and the best.
Did you say as a bonus action?
All healing words are bonus action.
Even mass?
It is a bonus action.
It's a higher level spell slot, that's all.
Cure wounds
Oh.
is the.
Yeah, because mass healing word is the 3rd level.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're right. I was thinking mass.
Okay, so to rain on that parade, you have to be able to see the recipients of healing word.
Well, she's up. Oh,
The only one.
she's in this-
The only one that you can see right now is Sid, because of the smoke.
Can you see me? Dude, I'm also in the smoke.
Heal his mass.
You gotta be like adjacent.
Yeah,
to the
she's
smoke.
she's
where did
literally
they land?
next to
I don't know.
them.
I was standing where I was standing.
All right, roll a d20. If you get a 10 or higher, you're next to them. They
Alright.
landed literally next to you then.
Okay.
Hey!
14.
Okay, so you can see Deus also.
So I'm still going to cast Mass Healing Word with.
We can't hear you.
Are you doing the bubble shield?
Yeah, the Nocturnal Benefit.
Nocturnal benefit. Right?
Yeah.
So it makes the giant shield around you,
Yeah,
right?
it's the bubble shield on top of the heal,
Okay.
which is in the amount of.
Which is crazy.
Oh, it's once a day, but it's so good. That's the type of out of the box thinking that I like some of the classes had. Like what was the other the whole subclasses that give health on top of their abilities to represent that they're supposed to be frontline classes.
Yeah.
Because not a single core 5th edition, or any 5th edition that's official, has a bonus to health outside of the hill.
More Doritos?
Where did those come from?
I haven't had a Dorito in
The Big Bang.
50 seconds.
Still like half the fucking Doritos.
It's like half the bag still, right? Yeah.
Costco?
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing snacks.
Yeah, of course.
And drinks.
Figured it was my turn.
Oh.
Who's writing this week, by the way?
This guy?
Is it you, Jimmy?
Fuck. No, it's been combat. Okay.
Okay.
I'll get a recap of that.
Luckily, there's only been one round.
What were you
so
asking?
far.
We haven't really done much.
What were you asking?
Well, I was just gonna say
Best,
that
the
hard
best person to write for combat is Omega.
That's true.
Do you want to write this week?
Sure, I can write.
This is your first time, right? Oh, second time.
Yeah, it's only my
Omega
second
is
time.
great for combat writing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, sure.
All right.
You're up.
I'll do
Yeah, why
that
not?
week then.
Alright.
You remember everything that happened? Because if you don't, I'm going to be posting this video on YouTube within the next couple days.
Okay, go.
Yeah, so it's 4d4 bubble shield on top of whatever the heal is.
What happened?
Alright, and the heal
John the
and the
Pink
heal
one?
is 1d4
Where's
plus
the-
5.
Oh,
Oh, Poe drop, yeah. Poe drop.
R.I.P.
Right. The heal is 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier,
Yeah,
right?
unless it's
Okay.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 4.
Alright.
Millie has not been healed, but
4.
No, I know.
Alright.
I got
So
you.
I rolled a
Nope.
2.
I got you. No, I got you.
Well, no. Well,
You rolled a what?
No one can see me right now because.
Oh, no one can see.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2, so that would be a 6 for heals. And what would the shield be?
4d4.
Yeah. 4.
I roll it again for that?
Yep.
Poe's offline, so...
4. So 8.
So is that like temp HP?
Yeah.
So we heal for 6, and you get a 8-point shield.
Awesome. So when the healing energy hits Deus, she kind of like shivers and she's like, "Oh, Sherbin."
Oh my.
Something
Sid's got magic- Sid's got magic fingers. Sherbin has magic vocals.
Oh jeez.
It's the oral versus the tactile.
Oh jeez.
There's so many jokes in here. I love it. Oh, that's so sharp. Okay.
Sharp d4s are death.
Yeah.
Oh,
Deus. Top of the order. You're up.
Oh, top of the order. Okay. So, so now there's like 2 cactuars in her grills, right?
Your grills. They're about 30
Oh,
points
such a
away.
dingus.
But yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to get out of the smoke cloud so that way I'm not in the splash area, and then I'm going to shoot one of the probably the closest cactuar twice because I don't want them to get Millie again. So I got advantage on the first one, so I'm going to be using my Gauss rifle and also sharpshooter on it.
Oh, you're gonna -5 plus 10.
Yeah. Well, -5. Yeah, -5 plus 10. That's right. Okay, so it's actually a +4, so I got 19 for the first shot.
Oh. And again, this is against the Goobu. Or the Cactuar?
The cactuar, the closest cactuar.
the one that was punching Millie.
That misses.
Ah, really?
19 misses.
Oh, okay, well,
Oh dear. Cactus man.
second shot. Oh, well, that's gonna miss too.
Are you in the smoke?
No, I'm out of the smoke and out of the splash area.
Because the way you work, you can separate your attacks with movement. So you can go smoke, shoot, back
And
in the
move
smoke,
back, yeah.
smoke, shoot, back in the smoke to get advantage on both.
That's kind of a little too choppy.
The rules allow it,
It
but
is explicitly stated in the rulebook you may interrupt your attack with movement.
Well,
You have multiple
right, yeah,
attacks.
there's that, but what are you talking about, like that second advantage?
Well, you got advantage on the first shot, right?
Because of the dazzling dance.
Dazzling dance. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. I thought you were saying you got the advantage from the smoke.
No.
Then never mind.
Okay. Alright, so we're cool. Missed.
Sorry. Okay.
And then
Yeah,
bonus
you-
action reload.
Where'd he go?
I wasn't expecting you
It makes
twice.
sense if you can be like, gun over here, gun over there.
Yeah. But, I mean... Anyway.
Can't dodge a gun.
The
You can dodge a Goobo, you can dodge a ball.
The Goobo is still charging up to you. And at this point, the ball of snot is landing exactly where you envisioned it to land. It hits Sherbin and Sid.
Sorry, guys.
Almost directly.
Didn't Sherbin move though?
Sherbin, you stayed put and you put up the shield, right?
Yeah, I'll put up the shield.
You didn't move?
No. I
You
forgot to
ground.
move.
But she would have moved though, right?
Would you have moved if you remembered?
Yeah, I would have moved probably towards the sound of my friends' voices.
Yeah.
The what?
Of which
Friends'
the
voice.
only one that would know that you were there is Omega and Deus. So would either of you have called them? Because you didn't say you did.
Well, she would have seen me walk out and bam, bam. She would have heard that, right?
It doesn't. Okay.
She would have heard my stick going. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. If I would have cast it, if I would have cast the shield on Deus, then I definitely would have followed her.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, she cast it on you, not on Sid. That's right.
Yeah, Sid as well.
It was Sid and
Oh,
Yeah, we were all in the vicinity.
I'm just
yeah, the people with bubble shields are Sid, Sherbin, and Deus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
Because you can target yourself.
Speaking of
with that.
Sid, he says he's trying to reboot his router to get back on, otherwise he'll join on mobile.
Okay.
Boo.
Good thing he's a little ways down in the initiative.
But about to take a lot of damage.
So the snot ball hits the ground
Hey, you're back. You're dead.
and splashes everywhere. There is no dodge for this, no dexterity save for this, because it was telegraphed. You knew it was coming. So,
I like it, but I hate it.
yeah. Out of character, this might be a mechanic that you see again for some reason.
Hopefully in boss fights.
For those who aren't
Goobo is
aware
the
of
boss.
what I'm alluding to, this is literally how it works in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah. A lot of MMOs have this sort of
You get the telegraph, but it's for a very specific reason why you're able to see the telegraph.
because it hurts real bad.
It's because... Sure.
As long as it's not those stupid pools of water from the dungeon we ran with Sid the
Oh, I
or Poe the other
fucking
night.
hate that one.
Because it's like, oh
Lemon
yeah, the
blood.
pool of water is this big, but it actually blows up this big. So the reticule you're
Yeah.
given in the map is inaccurate.
It's about half the size of the
Well,
radius.
just so you know, when I chink that big sword, I'm catching it with my bunny ears and like catching the blade.
What blade?
Oh, from that giant dude that's like chopping the battlefield in quarters.
Oh, you've seen that?
Yeah, you showed it to me.
When did I do that?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just,
Oh, yeah.
No, but
Maybe
I
that's
was
his
thinking
gears
of
of steel,
yeah.
like the katana
Yeah.
hand
He's talking
grab.
about-
but with your hand.
yeah.
He's talking about Susanoo, the one that
Oh
comes out of the
yeah,
water
that's a
and
fun fight. That's a fun
Yeah.
fight.
It's really cool. Alright, so this is a lot of
All the
damage.
fight, all the dungeons in Stormblitter,
And Shadowbringers.
and
too.
Shadowbringers, yeah.
I still gotta finish Ultima Online.
Brought this over for Harry.
Finish
to
what?
use.
I knew you
I
were
got
gonna
it.
say that. You made him a character?
No, no. This is just gaps.
Oh, Jeff Springbolt?
I feel like you
But you want him like
have
that.
to use gaps.
No, I would use him.
I forget you weren't in the Starfinder campaign. were
I
you?
wasn't, but I went to Geeky Teas in Burbank today because I knew
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what you do.
Yeah, Geeky Tease is
So
great.
I got that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well,
This is 25 points of damage for anyone who is within the radius, which is the entire smoke cloud.
That's
So
bad.
that's I think just Sid.
Alright.
It's Sid, Turbin. No,
I thought
Sid's-
Sherbin and Deus
Sherbin
went
went,
out of the
right?
smoke
So it
cloud.
is just.
So it
Sid.
is just Sid right now.
Right, because Deus went out.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Sherbin
Poor
followed.
Sid.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Jess? Yeah. So
Yep.
then it's only Sid.
So how much
Welcome
was the
back.
shield?
25 damage. 8.
The shield's 8, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You took. I'm telling you, you took 25 points of damage from the snot.
Yeah, because he hasn't had a turn to get out of the way.
Yeah, it seems I
since
do.
he was
I'm a
yanked
book.
up. I love Geps. Geps was so fun.
I like gaps too.
Looks like John Constantine.
Yeah,
That's what he was going for, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I wanted
John's-
to play Call of Cthulhu when we were playing Starfinder, so I made a.
I've always wanted,
that looks.
I've always wanted to play
I
Call of
mean, this
Cthulhu.
is obviously human skin.
like
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Look,
and it's Melinda's.
Melinda's hair. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the out of the
Necronomicon is
Abyss
actually
campaign
bound in
module
hair.
has an insanity mechanic in it because the Abyss is invading the material realm.
Wait.
We never saw it with how little we played.
No,
we did. We saw it once.
Out of the Abyss.
Yeah, when Demogorgon popped up.
Yeah.
I know
Several NPCs went crazy.
Yeah, and so did a couple of our players too. They just passed out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the Goober Rider is now charging anyway, and you are in front of the smoke. So it's going after you now. Actually, no, it's doing a straight up charge. So it's charging through you
and the Cactuar.
and the Cactuars, both of them.
They're spiking
at you.
Okay.
So this is a charge attack. So it's not going to roll. Y'all are. These are dexterity saving throws.
Is it running past me?
Are you in front or behind the smoke cloud? Because you said
I
you
was
slid
being
behind. You said you slid behind it.
Oh, I thought I said I ran in front of it.
Do you want to go in front of it?
That was my intention.
Okay, you're charged.
If that was your intention, then you're also getting charged.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's do this.
The end of the charge is you, because that's its distance. It can
Yeah,
go.
because I gotta knock it down. That's why.
Would I also be hit since I follow Deus?
Did you go in front of the smoke cloud or behind it? Because I thought you said you went behind it.
I followed Deus.
And Deus went to the front.
Then yes, you're also in front.
All right.
Okay.
So dexterity saving throw.
All right.
And the Cactuars, let's see if they make
You've
their
rolled
dexterity
so
saving
much better
throws.
on your dex saves than Millie, and it makes no sense.
Oh my god, these Cactuars have a +7 dex.
That's what Millie has, and she still failed.
They're very agile.
They both failed too. Because I suck at rolling tonight.
You don't.
Do you
It's
suck?
a random.
Not hard though.
It's a random.
No, not that hard.
Oh shit, Millie.
Oh yeah, Millie's
I rolled a 6 and a 7, and then
I rolled
I
a
get
4.
+7 to those. Okay, 4. So
I'll bring it back.
hold on, let me see. What'd you get?
Me?
Deus.
Oh, me. 17.
Are you in front of the smoke cloud?
I am behind it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
okay.
thought.
I sent a message.
I saw the finger and I thought, oh, he's fingering you.
You sent me a message?
I said that Harry will move behind the smoke cloud.
Okay, cool. I'm not really checking messages right now.
Good.
Sherman, what did you get?
Hey,
Welcome
cool.
back, Sid.
10.
Right.
He's on his phone.
10. Okay.
Yeah, it's very.
So,
narrow.
I'm sorry. What did you say you got?
17.
Okay, you succeeded.
17, 20, 11,
You succeeded.
10.
The two of you succeeded. Cool.
So what did I miss?
It's still half damage, unless you have a patient.
No,
I have
Okay.
dark.
No, I don't. Well, I do have Polar Master, so I can make an attack on it when it enters my space.
Sure, go ahead.
Cool.
But it is
With your
basically
gun?
barreling down on all
Oh
of
my
you.
god.
You failed.
I'm
and-
unconscious. Unless it can do like
Less than
32 damage with this charge, I'm unconscious. But if it can do 32 damage, then I have risk of death.
Don't say the number aloud.
I know.
Never-
Oh, what do you know?
I don't
33.
fuck it like that.
No, I'm just saying, never say the number aloud.
Well, but if it's like, oh, it's a
the
charge attack and it
face-
does 2d6 damage, and then I can just say I'm out, but I can't be dead.
46
No,
damage plus.
I understand.
Then I can't be unless it was because it's not a crit. So
So Millie's unconscious.
yeah, because the max.
I was,
would be-
9.
I was alt tab. Did I make the savings throw or not?
You failed.
Oh,
I failed. Okay.
and I would need 33
Yeah, she got a
damage
10.
to instant dead.
I got
So
you.
8, 14, 17, 23
No, I'm
damage to
unconscious.
those who failed their check take 23
Wow.
points of damage. Those who succeeded take 12.
Yeah, Millie's up.
Not even. You're still at more than Millie's health after taking the goo to the face.
Bam, bam.
Scuba to the face, needles,
This is just in a day's work.
a lot of things.
everything.
About 15 shots.
I like your haircut.
Of whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm just-
It's been a while
are we
since I've
fighting?
up my near
Sorry, I
death.
was distracted.
Sorry guys, I gotta do them.
Quick, little bit. Gotta take a shot of this.
All right,
So
you all take your damage. Don't forget you had some shield.
Yep.
I'm doing my attack on it. I rolled a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. It's a D4.
It's been taking a lot of damage so far.
So that's 2 damage plus 4, so 6 bludgeoning, and then I'm going to deal. I'm going to pump 2.
Can you do that as part of your reaction?
As part of any attack.
Anytime I do an attack, I can.
You
throw
do not have
munitions.
Sentinel, right?
Do not have sentinel. No. So it.
Oh, that would have been hilarious because that means it would have stopped 5 feet from you.
Yeah. No, I get to hit it like, and it hits me. And then I'm gonna pump 2d8 of fire damage into this because it looks like a plant, right? Plants don't like
It is a
fire.
plant.
So that's 4. Get in the thing. Get in the thing.
There you go.
4 and 8.
But
But it was 8 fire damage.
So yeah, 12 fire damage.
12 fire damage?
Yes.
It does not seem to be happy. For the first time, it actually seems to acknowledge the fact that it's been hurt.
Oh, nice.
And it's kind of tattered now, and you see bits of it that are still kind of embery.
I'm assuming the cactuars were still up, like hurt, but up.
Actually,
they got injured.
They both failed, so they took 23 points. Gotta go.
No, I'm going to get more to drink.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
there you go.
excited by that.
They took 23 points of damage. Both of the cactuars are now dead. Woo! High AC, low HP, plus they were already starved and abused, so. They've both been squashed.
The cactuars are Millie.
They've both been squashed, and actually that means the Gubu's gonna take damage from their needles. So
I feel like
that. Wow, I rolled max on 2d6.
sun is sun, right? Don't they?
You said you were rolling bad tonight. There you go.
Don't they eat from the sun?
No.
Aren't they plants?
They're plant animals, so they're not entirely chlorophyll fed. But I mean, they've also been kept in cages away from sunlight.
Chlorophyll
So.
blood.
I mean, normally they feed off of like photosynthesis, but these are keto cactus.
Yeah, keto cactus. Yes.
Oh, so all they eat is raw meat.
They just eat moonlight.
Way too many carbs in the sunlight. Yeah. Why are you hiding yourself? I said you have a nice haircut, and suddenly you go to your avatar's picture.
Probably easier on this phone.
Banana bread.
No, if I swing back and forth, I can have it.
What was that?
Straight back and forth from something. So.
If I switch back and forth between my phone, it's going to drop the camera.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And Jess gave you a second level spell slot if you didn't catch that.
Yeah. Okay. So the Gubu seems pretty hurt right now.
It should be.
Yeah, the rider is still on top of it though, but it's like strapped in and kind of just along for the ride right now.
The opposite of the first one that got killed and then just the dead body was strapped in for the ride.
Yeah, this one's alive, but it's also the Gubu charged at you so fast after he shot it that he's like doesn't have control.
Sounds right. Sounds right.
Checks out.
Millie, you're up. Kevin on deck.
Great. Death save.
Please.
10. So that's a pass.
Damn it. All right, Kevin, you're up.
I would have laughed so hard.
Kevin continues to fly up.
Okay. I will say that you can make it to the bridge with your boots on this turn, given what you did last turn.
So does that? It's just for my movement action. Can I engage with anyone?
You can still have your action.
Oh, sweet.
And your plunge.
Yeah. So then I will plunge into the riding monster. What do we call that again?
The Genbu.
We killed 2 Genbus last session.
Wait a second.
A lot of people have already been called on the ground. I'm just like, hey, I didn't know my intimidation was that strong. And then, I got this one. Jump at the Goober. And tried to fell it in one fell swoop.
Good luck.
Kevin's so scary he immolated 7 of the bandits.
Okay, so that gives me a free. I'm plunging.
Yeah.
Nope. That's not the right thing. I need to roll to attack. That is.
Yeah, so that gives you a free attack, and then you have your action for 2 more.
So I attack with.
Did you back overlords?
22 to hit.
For a second, can you just give me your copy if you get it? No.
22 to hit.
David, 22 to hit.
22 hits. Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing.
Oh.
I don't know why.
That's the first.
I know.
Okay, so then that's 13 plus 1d8 for dark damage from the sword. 1. So 13 piercing or slashing damage, 1 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Now that I'm on him, or like by him and plunged into him, I'm gonna slash 1 more time.
You have more attacks?
Plunge is a bonus action.
Oh, right.
And then, technically I have 2 actions, but I'm gonna say I used a full action kind of to like get up to...
Well, that was your movement.
My movement.
With the plunge, as you came down on the Gubu, you sliced the rider in half. The damage that you did was more than enough to kill the rider.
Yeah.
So then 22 to attack the Gubu.
I was combining their HP together.
It's like a hat. It's a hat of health.
Yeah.
22
So you're attacking just the Gooba now.
Yeah, 22 to attack the Gubu.
22 hits.
So it's 15 plus 1d8. 15 slashing damage or necrotic damage.
19 total?
Yep.
Alright, that Gubu is not looking good right now. It's taking a lot of damage. It's bleeding like it's green chlorophyll blood out. Kind of everywhere.
It's green chlorophyll
One more
blood.
attack.
Yeah, the Gubu is getting boobs.
Get one more attack.
We all fall asleep from the green.
One more attack.
You get another attack still? How?
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
Action, he has 2 attacks at level 5.
Right. Yep. Right.
That
another
looks
22. So I'm rolling
like
damage.
little dragon fruit slices.
15 plus 1d8. 15 slashing damage, 8 necrotic damage. Maximum necrotic.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
So I want to slash once, and I see like my sword didn't go all the way through, and then I reel it up for like another like big slash. You can see darkness fill like all around my body, in my eyes, around my sword, and I want to slash through so the head falls off, like flies off, but he's kind of still like running and like slowly falls over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It starts to run, and then it like does that thing where it slides into 2 pieces.
Yeah.
The samurai duel.
Yeah. So it just falls to the ground dead. The Gubu's dead. Sid, you're up.
What about the rider?
The rider got
What
Oh.
what is up and who's down for us?
Well, there's still bandits alive.
6
6 of them. And then the only one who's down is Millie.
Yeah, but Sid's still in the cloud, so he doesn't have a visual on anyone.
And don't
right
know
now.
that Millie is down. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, you don't have a visual on anyone.
Yeah. But he did see Sherbin and Deus move forward.
Yeah.
So he knows where we went at least.
They went out of the cloud?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sid was the only one left in the cloud.
Alright, so I'll move out of the cloud, just outside the cloud.
As you try to move, you realize that you are stuck to the ground.
Gross.
Oh, gross.
Icky. He slimed me.
You may attempt to break free. It is a strength check, and it will take all of your movement.
That's great. And that's, I think I have disadvantage on that because I have exhaustion.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh no, did you say save?
No, I said check. Strength check.
Check, yeah, advantage, or disadvantage.
Yeah, it would be a save if he was getting attacked, but this is...
That's going to be a 13.
13 is enough to break out. So you are able to break yourself free from the snot, but that was all of your movement to stand up and get away from the snot puddle.
Okay, and I have no idea what's going on otherwise at this moment. Don't do anything, so I guess I'll just gain a confession charge.
Okay. So that was your bonus action, right?
Yeah, I can't see anybody and I can't do anything, so that's all I can do at the moment, I think.
Alrighty. Well, you don't see anything, Sid. Fifi, from your vantage point, you see all of the bandits looking to where their vaporized brethren used to be, and they literally just, all of them look at each other and bolt in opposite directions at the same time. They're just running off. No, I mean, they weren't on the bridge.
No, just wee.
Yeah.
Following the driver.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wave at them.
You're waving? Okay. For all intents and purposes, battle is over. Millie is still in initiative order.
Well,
CPR
so
time.
when's Kavahog's turn? Or when's my turn?
Kavahog's turn is your turn.
Cure wounds.
That's a touch.
Well, technically, right now is your turn,
Oh.
which is perfect.
Yeah.
Healing word.
That is
Through the bird?
The bird actually has its own spells.
What class gives you that?
Arcanus.
It's as familiar. It's
Right.
Scholar.
No, I get that, but those are usually route a spell through the
Yeah, so actually the familiar whatever summon has its own spells. It has 2 cure wounds, 2 healing words a day.
Is that different?
Ooh,
What-
so,
what-
okay,
what
so you're
is
saying your
scholar?
owl can like fly up and like
Which
touch up.
Arcanus is
It can touch you, and it can also say words to you.
Wow!
Yeah,
wow,
because
wow,
Eric
wow.
is also Arcanist, and I don't remember.
He's a summoner.
Ooh.
Which Arcanist?
I heal you. That's
Well,
what matters.
this party just got interesting.
Alright, how much you heal no?
Oh, because this is the EOS.
Yeah,
The small thing.
it's-
Yeah,
it's-
so
it's-
twice a day each, cure wounds, healing words.
Yes.
And so it's flying around and doing its own thing.
Yes. As a bonus action, it can tell it to do a standard action, which is heal.
Gotcha.
And I mean, regardless, if we're out of combat, I can do it. But
Yeah,
Well, it's just in terms of another death save, it would take you one turn to get through into the fog because you're far
Bird-
back.
bird
But if the
can
bird
die.
can do it, then the bird.
You're
has
not
to
gonna die. That's what matters.
The bird is
Shervin's still pretty thrummed up on adrenaline, so she's gonna run after the retreating bandits for just a little bit until she trips, because she's not the most dexterous person.
Yes.
Omega's also gonna run after.
Yes.
Yeah,
You get
Kevin's
it.
gonna fly after them.
She's angry. She's mad.
Get
Someone
them
needs to
all.
get punched.
Hey, I
I'm
told
gonna
you.
pick up Shervin out on my way. We're gonna run together.
I had your time to leave. I promised slit throats and I promised to deliver. And I keep flying towards the nearest bandit that's trying to run away.
Okay. For the sake of this, Kevin, because of your speed and your flying, you're able to catch up with and kill one of them.
Nice.
Slit their throats.
I'll say that you can also.
I can shoot one.
Yeah, we'll shoot one.
Millie has the range. She stood up and rolled that 20
To shoot? All right, you take out another one.
Wait, a nat 20. That's another.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, let that last one go. If you ever come back here, remember what happened to all your other people. I'll kill every single one of you.
Wait.
Sorry, I got super angry right there. Hey, Sherwin, are you okay?
Shervin, she's still just... she's just so upset. She just throws a punch, and it doesn't really hurt Kevin all that much. She just needs to punch something.
No. I'm not one of the bandits. It's Kevin. It's Kevin. Hey,
What? What was that? Who? What? What just happened?
You see, sometimes the life comes at you, and sometimes it takes away life. We don't know what's gonna happen on the horizon of tomorrow.
This is why Harry drinks.
I don't know what he means. But there was
That's
one,
why everyone around here drinks.
and one of the
You're actually sober.
cougars ran into our carriage, and it got its sword stuck in its skull. So I went to go get it, and then when I came back, I must have scared all the other guys because they were all dead. And I killed the other cougar, and now I killed this other one. I keep my promises, as my pa used to always say. A man of only as good as his word.
That's her word.
Omega's gonna take off her sunglasses and just go, looks like they abandoned their plans. way far in the distance.
Okay, so while that's happening,
Well, that's my
Millie
cue.
is doing the Django Unchained shot where he's just lining up the shot for like a good 15 seconds and rolls 47 damage on her shot to get the one that's running off in the distance.
Yeah, you shot through his ass, and it just severed his spine. And he falls to the ground dead.
Yeah,
Because I
no,
rolled
four
max damage on my sneak attack and then a 7 out of 12 on my D12 plus the max damage on me. Yeah.
Good job, sniper.
Sherwin, just no cat. I think they're all dead.
8:30 is my bedtime.
The other crit was in the 50s. 'cause
Any
it
more
was a-
bandits around?
You don't see any more. The rest of them have seemed to have
Yeah, so
successfully
there were
escaped.
4 that made it out.
Sherwin, I don't see any bandits around anymore. I think we're safe
He
right
killed one,
now.
Kevin killed one, I killed
Right.
one.
So
There were
three
7
others.
left.
There were 6 left.
6.
Oh, that's right, the others.
I'm gonna fly
The
down.
carriage.
See you next week, too.
Later, Adam.
there were 7 that ran away, and after everything, there are 4 left. I blew 7 of them up.
So nonchalant about it. I love it.
Oh, you blew him up? Hey, good job, Fifi.
I mean, you know, if they're gonna all stand together, I'll slow motion like that.
I don't know what you're talking about slow motion, but hey, kill is a kill, and you did good. Sure went a lot, but I think we lost our carriage in our chocobo. I saw one that was dead in the river. The other 2 just seemed to be floating by.
What's up with those
If
Sid?
I recall, I believe that Millie can mend things with some magic. Maybe you could fix the carriage that way.
Oh, shoot, the kid! And the kid bolts back and jumps off the bridge again.
Oh no!
And he's gonna go look for the kid to see if he's anywhere around.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, man, great investigation, sure.
Can I see the kid's body from in the air?
Okay, so I rolled a 0. I rolled a 1.
I would say
a natural 1?
Fifi from
Nat 1.
Thank you. Fifi, from your height, it would be a disadvantage investigation check. That one. Thank you.
Yeah, so I rolled a 0.
Yeah. Fifi, you can do an investigation check, but it's at disadvantage.
Okay. 6 plus 7, so 13.
You don't see the kid. Or the kid's body.
I don't see him, but he's probably dead.
No, I think I see him over there. And I fly down to a rock-shaped child.
You mean a child-shaped rock?
Yeah, that. Oh, never mind. It looks like a rock-shaped child.
Yeah, no, actually that works better. It's just a normal-looking rock, and he thought it was a rock-shaped child.
A real good child.
Kid, you're around, baby.
Are there any bandit corpses mutilated down there somewhere?
We're so.
Let me look again. I'm really gonna look around for things.
I'm asking.
You're looking for the kid?
I'm asking guys if there are any mutilated bandit corpses down there.
Down there? No. Well, yes. There was the one that was attached to the Gubu, but it's
the first Gubu.
It was still strapped into the Gubu, so as the Gubu was impaled upon the rock, the rider was dashed on the ground next to it.
Maybe that's him, Kevin. I'm gonna just point to that guy.
No, I think this is the rider, and I kind of pick him up. Entrails dropping, and
yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, this is the guy that I killed. I was riding the goober.
It's like the skin where your sword went into the guy or went through the guy is rotting as you see it, as you look at it.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
One of his kids called it up.
Do I see anything else down here that I can that makes sense? I know everything was smashed, but anything that makes sense.
No, because everything else went down the river.
Okay, I'll back up.
But did Kevin see the chocobos that survived, the living ones?
He saw them go by on the river, but that was a little while ago. So.
Okay, so he doesn't see them on the shore. They had floated downstream.
Yeah. Me too, buddy.
Get my backpack.
Oh, it was in the carriage, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to find the ruins of the carriage then.
Oh no.
Well, not me. I'm not flying.
So Kevin, are you looking for the remainder of the carriage?
I mean,
we're gonna be done within 20 minutes.
Do I see it within any of my vision?
You can roll another investigation check while you're down here.
Okay.
How fucked up did Millie get having a Gubu trample over her?
A 4?
Very fucked.
That's really just got some broken ribs.
I was gonna say a broken leg. What was that?
A solid 4.
Okay.
That's bad CPR.
You think that you see the carriage about 60 fulls down the river,
right?
Oh, I think I see it. It's over there. And I point 60 foam down the river, and I start flying over there.
Okay. As you fly over there and you get a little bit closer, you realize it's just a large branch that's sticking out of the water. But make another investigation check.
Never mind. It was a branch-shaped carriage.
And right now, nobody can hear you. By the way, you're too far away.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna still yell it out. Nat 20. What's up?
A nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay, this time you look to your left and you see pretty much all of the carriage and what was inside it washed up literally 10 feet from where you currently are on the shore.
Oh! I found it, everyone! Oh, I don't think they can hear me. I fly back up. Hey, Fifi, I found it. It is washed up on the shore.
How much longer do you have of your flight, by the way?
It's a long time. It's like 500 minutes a day.
500 minutes?
Like
Okay. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
The kid's body? Where is it?
I don't see the kid nowhere, but I do see the carriage. It's super smashed up, though. No
You
way.
gotta be specific with what you're talking about, Kevin. You were looking for the kid, and then you came and told me you found it. What am I supposed to think?
Well, I mean, something, you know.
240 minutes.
Yeah,
Anyway,
in 1 minute.
I don't think there's any fix in that carriage. It's super
See, Kevin, there's this thing called magic, and it can do things like that.
Hey, no, magic doesn't exist. We've already talked about this, Fifi. No such thing as magic.
Said Kevin.
Maybe. You want me to show you? And I pick Fifi up, and I'll bring Fifi to the carriage.
Even though Fifi can fly.
Faster than Kevin can fly.
All right, are you letting him carry you, Fifi?
Sure.
Let him feel good about himself. All right, you approach the carriage. There's literally no possible way you could mend this. Mending is not nearly that strong.
Nope. That would. What is that?
It's like 1 square foot. Or
Yeah. No. There's a fabrication. That's the higher. That's the spell slot level version.
I told you there's no such thing as magic. But if you want to know and show me what this magic, and I'm putting this in quotations, and as I put it in quotations, I kind of drop Fifi because it's holding her under my arm.
I'm still flying, though.
Yep.
Give me your magic to fix a broken carriage. I mean, be my guest. Magic.
I'm gonna peek in the carriage and pull anything out that's valuable.
So you can't really see in the carriage because there's not really an inside anymore. It's just a bunch of broken pieces. However, you do find Deus's backpack, which seems to be in pretty good shape, and you find the other backpacks of anyone else who didn't have theirs on them. So you essentially have the traveling gear of everybody that you can pick up.
Alright, magic probably can't fix this, but I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb and just fire the remains. Definitely no magic around.
The remains of the
Blow up the cart.
coach, yeah.
Okay.
Sid's not getting his 100 gil deposit back.
Like, wait,
I forgot about that.
we gotta bring the key back for the Aldi quarter.
Definitely no magic.
Yeah, like I said, magic doesn't exist. It's okay, Fifi. You know.
What do you actually see when things happen around you?
You know, it's offhand, guiding things along and making things happen.
So when I just blew up the carriage, what did you see? Was it just like Bob popping out of the ground? Like, hey, what's up, Kevin? I'm gonna blow up this carriage. Is that what you saw?
That's silly. No, you know, you will things to Bob, and Bob, yeah, you know, like.
So wouldn't that kind of be magic? Just Bob's magic instead of like my magic?
No, it's divine godliness. Look,
see, you know,
I have to teach
the
you.
divine is actually magic. It's called divine magic.
Nope. I've read the.
You read?
The Holy
You guys
Spirit.
wanna?
Okay,
Get off the
you
bridge?
got me. You got me.
Go set up camp.
And my
Take a
parents.
rest. You look really tired.
I look tired, yeah.
Those two are just gonna hash it out. They're gonna flirt for a little longer. Let's go set up camp.
I love it.
Did the healing word mend Millie's broken leg to a walkable point?
Yeah, you can walk.
Then she's gonna go hunt down her zombie ball from the one that blew the shit out of this first
going to
dude's
be
spine.
A very hefty investigation check.
Can I support her?
Sure. So you roll with advantage.
There you go.
Natural 20.
You have reached limit break level 3.
So many natural 20s this
Use it now. Use it now.
know.
Use it now.
I go off the mountainside and find my ball.
With the net 20, the Deus helping you find it, you guys are kind of looking all around before you realize it's actually stuck in the side of a tree. Like, embedded in the tree. But you'd have to actually chop at the sides of the tree to get the ball out.
She will do so.
Alright. So after about 5 minutes worth of work, you're able to wiggle out the ball, and you have your zombie bullet again.
Cool.
Okay. As you are all getting off the bridge, and I'm assuming at this point Kevin and Fifi are coming back.
Fifi casts silence again.
I'm gonna cast polymorph on myself and turn into some animal that doesn't have ears, and then fly back.
Oh yeah, because there's lots of animals with no ears.
Yeah, I'll just be like a snake or something.
Okay, you're a flying snake.
Lord, I know Fifi was trying to take your name in vain, but please.
What does Kevin see when Fifi turns into a snake right in front of him?
Oh, wow.
I see a snake.
Salamanders,
I see you as a
turtles,
snake.
snake, frogs, spiders, worms, harp seals, crabs.
No ears.
What the hell are you even saying?
You looked up animals without ears.
Oh, okay.
Please, turn Fifi back at some point. I know her heathen ways have made me mad, but I'm trying to spread your
I'm just
gospel.
gonna fly
That's
up away
the point
from
I will
Kevin.
make her understand.
So, slowly but surely, both of them arrive back. Fifi as a snake.
Flying snake.
Yes. Do you turn back into Fifi when you get to the group?
Yeah.
Okay. Shortly after Kevin arrives, and the rest of you are all kind of gathered together and about to set up camp, a group on Chocobo-back rides up to you, and they're all dressed in the garb of Ul'dah, armor, and they've got swords on their side, but the pommels are made out of brass, and these are the Brass Blades, the police or whatnot, a protectorate group of Ul'dah. Mercenaries, they're paid for by the syndicate. These are things that you would have heard when you were in town anyway. So, what happened here?
Bunch of little shits and some plant things attacked us on the bridge.
And they're like looking around and seeing some of these bodies. I recognize that one. And that one. And that one.
Were they your friends?
Oh no, those are bandits. Those are Red Bills.
Ah, did they have a bounty on their heads?
Well, we didn't officially put a
But
bounty.
was there a bounty on
Unofficially,
their
there
heads?
is a bounty. Unofficially, there's a bounty.
Was there some
Yeah.
You'll have to take that up with the Sultan or with the Flame Commander.
Alright, I'm gonna grab as many ears as I can.
Just so you know, there's 4 left.
Yes, well, it looks like you took out the main force of them, so if with any luck, those 4 will scatter off to the wherever else they want to fuck off to.
Also, our carriage driver kind of jumped off the carriage into the canyon for some dumb fucking reason, so if you can find his body.
They walk over to the edge of the cliff and just look down. Shane.
Yeah, they had 2 goobers that we killed, but they busted up our carriage. You guys happen to have another one that we can borrow and some chocobos?
No, we don't have a carriage, nor do we have extra chocobos, but we could lead you into Horizon, which is nearby here.
It's Horizon.
How far?
Well, if we probably another 2 hours on foot if we're going to accompany you.
Perfect. We'll have an armored escort by the Brass Blades to the place that we are trying to get to. That's perfect.
Yes, and perhaps along the way you could tell us the story of how your band of adventurers was able to take out the bandit group.
Yes. I'm gonna give you our card. Can I hand them our card?
For the sake of time.
Yeah, for the sake of time.
For the sake of time, we're going to assume that happened over 2 hours, okay?
Yep.
Okay. As you approach Horizon, it seems to be a well-built trading post. It's got an aetheryte crystal, which, if you choose to, you may attune to. I'm assuming everybody's doing that.
Sure.
It's stone buildings built into the side of a mountain, and it looks like there is... Okay, they laugh about that on the way. There is like a pretty heavy downward slope with railway carts leading on it, so it's like a mine down below, and it's leading to a lower section from where you are. But Horizon itself seems to be, bless you, seems to be a place that you can rest. There's an inn here, as I mentioned. There's a tavern and trading post here. But as you're being led in by the Brass Blades, there's a gentleman there standing. more or less a hoodie. It's like a cloak with a hood. It's
Poncho?
white. It's kind of a poncho, but it's more like
Organization 13.
Owl?
Final Fantasy.
no, it's not Zemnis.
He's saying
cowl is kind of correct. Yeah. It's a long flowing robe that has a hood on top of it, and he's wearing glasses which very much resemble your glasses when you're working. So they're kind of like loops, except not. And they have this one large, like, mechanical piece attached to them. So it's like he's looking through binoculars permanently, but you don't recognize them as binoculars. The lenses do not look like they work that way.
Okay, so he's got like advanced goggles.
Okay. And his tall looks to be Elizin, given the way that ears are pointing through the hoods. And he looks around. Prithee, friends, where do you come from?
Cliffside.
Cliffside? I've never met one who hailed from a place called Cliffside. Prithee, tell me your story.
Well, my story's a sad story, but you might want to talk to somebody else. maybe Harry.
Yeah. So I'm Kevin, leader of the group. We came from this place.
Likes to say, but we all know the real leader.
But anyway, we came from this place called.
Put me in
I'm
charge.
a very silent leader. I kind of lead from the back.
This is all happening.
I'll
I'll shake make his hand like, yes, me too.
What was the samurai's name?
We came from this place.
Strong blade.
Yeah,
Called
we all know
Cliffside.
exactly strong.
Right? But it turns out Cliffside was actually in this ball in this beholder's cave. You know, and we escaped from the ball, but our town's still there, and we're trying to gain some strength to go back and save our town and go back home. The beholders, they have like a bunch of having eyeballs, and they're looking at things. And we've kind of been on an adventure. Killed some things. I slayed a dragon with a little bit of help, and somehow we ended up here.
I see. And pray tell, what brings you all to Horizon?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, well. So Kevin says, Philia.
He looks like he's about ready to walk away.
Yeah, you know that pedophilia girl? We're looking for her.
A minphilia, Kevin.
Yeah, I said it right, pedophilia.
Did you say Minphilia?
Yeah, we're trying to find her.
Yeah, she sent a gift to to my manor in Ishgard. A miniature aetherite, it seems to be.
Oh, that's right. That's our Master Ass Silo.
Quite an auspicious
It is fine.
Ass Silo. I shall remember that. Saying that you are seeking out one Minphilia, I think perhaps I can help.
Oh, that'd be great.
We killed your bandit problem. Trade?
I did not have a bandit problem.
Somebody has a bandit problem.
That's what Omega meant.
Somebody.
You don't have a bandit problem.
You no longer have a bandit problem.
Yeah, we killed about, I don't know, 10, 12, maybe more. It's hard for me to count bandits on the way here. They broke our carriage. But long story short, we killed almost all of them. Some of them ran away, scared.
Heroin journey.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't do drugs.
It's another. What is the day of the week? Tuesday?
It is. Anyway.
I need to bring aviators.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes. I was just about to say, it looks as if you are weary from your travels. Perhaps
That's a bit of an understatement.
sleep it through the night and travel in the morning.
Hey,
Are we
yeah.
traveling like afternoon now?
Yeah, but
No,
we've
it's
only had
early
1 hour
now.
of sleep since last night, though. That's the problem.
Well, plus some time on the carriage.
the 1 hour was on the carriage.
You also
longer than that on the
are
carriage.
pretty tired from being beaten the shit out of.
Well, but I thought we were on the carriage longer than an hour.
You were on the carriage for almost 6 hours. No, it was 4
You said-
hours. 4 hours.
Okay. So, alright, so 4 hours.
I mean, yeah, if you think it'd be good that we got rest before we saw pedophilia.
Are we leaving tomorrow?
I can lead you to Vespa Bay tomorrow, which is where I believe we will locate this Minfilia you are looking for. I did not catch any of your names.
I'm Omega. This is Omega's Outcasts.
Omega, a pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
Omega's Outcasts.
No. This is Cliffside Inc. Here's my card. Our card.
I'm getting many signals here.
No, it's okay.
Professor,
Don't
why are we
worry.
randomly telling like everything about our history to this random person?
Yeah, the name's Kevin Twain. This one's here's named Sid. This is DX. Fifi's right there. This one's Millie. You've already met Omega. This is Sherwin. The guy sleeping over there, his name's Gabu. You know our master Ass Silo. This is Harry. Oh, and Cabby Dog, his owl.
Is it the beard that gives him the name?
Yes. But his name is also Harry.
Oh. I see.
Very square.
What was
Well,
the bird's name?
I shall see
Come
you in
on.
the morning.
Something Celtic.
That's right, come on. Yeah.
Kavahog is how you
Kavahog.
say
Time to get ossified.
Come on, Kavahog. It's time to...
Use your getaway sticks to do some chin.
Another rest for us, Kavahog, and tomorrow we adjourn that new day.
Yeah.
The life it brings and the life we take from it.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys Yes. Well, you may refer to me as Uriange Orangalt.
Orangey? Okay. Thanks, Orangey.
I like
Orange
orange.
Aid.
Orange.
I'm not. Orange Aid. I'm not. All right.
We'll pick up next week.
All right.
Jess, you knew exactly what it was, didn't you?
Absolutely. I was like, I hope he brushed up on his Shakespeare.
Oh, look, there's my internet.
I'm gonna need to.
Alright.
There you go.
One of my
Saucy.
favorite characters in the game.
Nice.
All right, good job this week. That could
Yay!
have gone so many ways.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking most of you would end up in the water.
Fair.
Yeah, I was 100% expecting just to be Kevin and Millie on the bridge until we got overrun, and then we jump off while everyone else was already down there.
No, Kevin would have died fighting. He's not gonna retreat.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good session. You made it to Horizon. All right. You met a new
Millie
character.
has come close to death 5 times now.
Good to have you back, man. In person, no less.
Yeah.
5 near deaths.
I'm not sure if next week. Let me look at my schedule real quick. It's all tentative. I really just
Millie
find
has
out like
rolled a
Monday if
surprising
I'm
10 natural 20s. And
next
4
week's
natural
looking
ones.
promising. Next week's looking promising. So we'll
Good,
see.
good.
Let's see.
Promising is good.
I like promising.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not gonna promise anything.
Is
but
it
I
a
like
new
promising.
job, or-
Other
It's an
people
easy-
promising is better than
What are
you
you doing?
I'm
promising.
a supervisor.
Awesome. So
Hey.
you kind of make your own schedule?
No.
No.
Not
Kind
at
of closer to a 9 to 5, or
all. No. No.
none of the normal benefits.
No. I get $1 more than anybody else. That's my sole benefit.
That's your
Well, it's
superpower.
It
Yeah.
is something.
All right.
You still
What
have
was the
like
guy's name we just
late
met again?
night.
Uriange is
Yeah.
his name.
Orangey
U-R-I...
Kumquat.
U-R-I...
Jake Quimcott.
Now I'm forgetting how to spell it.
U-
U-R-I-A-N-G-E-R. It's pronounced Uriange. And last name is Orangalt. A-U-R-E-N-G-A-L-T.
Orange
A
Aid
U R G U R E L T.
A-U-R-E-N-G-A-L-T. That was good whiskey.
That's spelled different online.
The rest is yours.
Did I misspell it?
The first name sounds right.
Orangey
I
Kumquat.
put it in chat.
Yeah. No, but seriously, as a whiskey connoisseur, that was the best whiskey I've had all year.
You know what? You're probably right.
It's
I
at
probably
the
was just
house, though, right?
dyslexic. If that's how it's spelled online, then that's
I
correct.
would say the
I'm
only-
right because I Google food it.
James, the only Irish whiskey I like better than that is Red.
So it's
Bull.
Auguras,
also like
then.
twice to 3 times the price.
Gotcha.
I always said it as Orangult, and I never even questioned it, so I must have just misread it, but Augerelt is apparently how it's spelled.
Augerelt, yeah.
You'll know him when you meet him.
Got it.
Did we not meet him?
I mean, in Final Fantasy.
Oh.
You haven't met him yet.
Right.
You have to meet him
So
in the game.
14,605. Yeah. I'll meet him.
At some point.
I'll be like, I know you.
At some point.
Kumquat.
Yeah, he talks that Shakespeare stuff.
Yeah, right, yeah, Shakespeare. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaks in iambic pentameter like a fucking asshat.
He is the...
You know what? But that's a
You haven't
lot
met
of
him,
effort.
have you?
No.
I feel like I want to share a video of him talking. One, I love his voice. And two, I love his character arc. Like, his arc from the very beginning to the end of Endwalker, which is the most recent expansion, is fucking brilliant. Especially in Endwalker. But I really started to love him in Shadowbringers, which is the second most recent expansion. But he's such a good character, and his backstory is he learned to read from old books because he was always picked on as a kid. And he chose the company of books over other people because of it. So he didn't learn to speak for a while. Had a speech impediment when he was really young. So he didn't learn to speak properly for a while. And he taught himself how to read by reading old books, which were written basically Shakespearean.
So basically, taught himself how to speak English from Chaucer.
Yeah. So every time that you see him, he's basically speaking essentially Shakespearean.
Wow.
But everybody that's around him understands him because they've been around him for a while.
Sure.
So, and once you listen to him speak for a bit, then you start to pick it up.
And that whole group speaks in a little bit more of an archaic way than our lingo is to begin with.
Some of them do because of where they're from. The others are very plain speaking. Like Ishtola, for example, is very plain, like very clear English.
So if you take that
but
backstory...
they all use the. So that already sets them back at
There's
least 100 years.
So if you take that backstory and you replace Shakespeare with Kevin, that's my backstory.
Awesome.
Oh my. Yeah. Is that really? You basically ignored everybody else except for Kevin?
Well, Kevin's my best friend from like childhood.
I know that.
Right? Yeah. So like a lot of
But
the
you didn't
things
have
I
other
say.
friends?
Well, no, I did have friends up until something happened, and then I lost those friends. But
I remember this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was murder.
It was not murder.
it was Millie who murdered them.
Well, Millie might murder people. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's what, a 5-year difference? 24?
I think it was Mrs. Miller.
So when Millie was like 6, she was out murdering people.
Right. There's a 4-year difference between me and Kevin, but that's because he held back 4 years.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
It was Mrs. Miller. She adopted all of your friends and they disappeared.
Oh my gosh. And then Sid is only slightly older than some of you, and yet he was your teacher. I love that.
I think I'm one of the.
He doubles up with the whole Kevin being held back.
Yeah, you're
Normally,
you're 19, so you're a year older than them.
Oh, maybe it was only 19?
Yeah.
So you got 1 year on him.
You are female.
Way too snarky and wise and witty with your mannerisms to be only 19. What the fuck?
I feel like it's a lot of just faking the mentality to say the cool things.
For sure. You're being Gibbs, basically, from CSI.
Yeah.
Is that Gibbs? That's Gibbs.
Yeah, that was Gibbs.
The rules.
Super
No,
fun
the one
session,
that-
guys. Have a good night. Good night.
That's the good night.
Oh, no, Gibbs is NCIS.
Oh, is it?
Is that what that is?
Right.
No, NCIA. Which one? CSI Miami.
Okay.
Whatever that.
I don't know what his
Horatio.
name.